got to stand up strong. Ain't the truth about themselves to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up, stand up.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I am Jesse Lee Peterson. Good morning. Hi, y'all. It's Monday. September is going by like 90, going north. I don't know what's the rush. Like 90 going north. You can get involved by calling 888-7753-773. 888-77-JESSE. Jesse. Jesse. And I'm going to get to the new biblical question in a minute. We have every way that you can watch and support the show listed on jesseleepeterson.com/show. jesseleepeterson.com/show. And if you're out and about, running around, doing whatever it is you're doing, and you just can't sit and watch the show, but you want to watch it, you want to, hey, I wish I could listen live. You can. On your phone, you can podcast the show, but you can also listen on your iPhone by call or your phone by calling the listen line on TalkStream Live at 605-615-4131. 605-615-4131. And to donate and have your comments read out loud, go to Buy Me a Coffee. BuyMeACoffee.com/JLP Talk. BuyMeACoffee.com/JLP Talk. Or Bond JLP Cash App. Bond JLP Cash App. Okay, Bond J. I would have to hate something about the show. It's Monday. And not only do rainy days and Mondays build me up, it is also and will always be female Monday. All my life, I had to fight.
Can I get an amen for that?
You so hot to beat me.
I like to make men uncomfortable.
All my life I had to fight.
Let women take over.
Some of us believe that women are getting paid less than men.
I proudly say I'm a feminist. Thank you.
Deep in their soul, they want to be home with those babies. We've been lied to for so long.
For so long. Amazing. So last week, biblical question, what's the difference between a believer and a non-believer? And we touched on it a little bit yesterday at the fellowship. If you were not there or didn't get a chance to catch it, you could podcast it at rebuildingtheman.com/church. And as usual, it was amazing fellowship yesterday. What's the difference between a believer and a non-believer? And in all honesty, really, I don't know. I don't know what believers. Well, I think that the believers think that they believe in Jesus. Yeah, they believe in Jesus. And the believers think that a non-believer don't believe in Jesus. So that's supposed to be the difference, I think, because it's still not clear. But I think that's what it is. Am I right, Nick? What's the difference between a believer and a non-believer? The anchor baby.
Well, it's interesting. Your church has learned something. A lot of people are saying they both believe something. So they're same in that way.
They believe something like what?
Well, one believes one thing, like you said, Jesus, but the other one believes in not believing.
Oh, okay.
That's what some people said.
And so what do you say the difference between a believer and a non-believer?
Well, now I heard.
I'm a believer.
Well, now I heard you already Sunday and everybody.
What did I say?
There's
Sunday?
no difference.
Yeah. I don't. And what do you say?
Well, I really do see a lot of that, of what you saying and what people were saying. I was going to be a little different and say a believer is someone who just has faith.
What?
Someone who has faith.
In what?
Meaning no doubt.
In what?
The life. I
Hey.
heard no joke. I heard no. I didn't hear comedy.
So why am I laughing?
I don't know.
Let me ask Hake. Hake is an expert here as well. But and so you said, I'm sorry, what you say, Nick?
That I do see what you're saying about it being no difference, and I had a cute answer about it. Believers having no doubts.
Believer having no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask Hake too, because Hake is he's an expert here, but he's also a homegrown Christian. That's the real one. Those homegrown Christians are the real deal.
Just call me Charlie Kirk-esque. Because I think he seemed like he was homegrown.
He does.
He seemed, not does. He did.
How did he seem homegrown?
I don't know, just the way that he seemed sort of Christian.
What's the difference? Hake is an expert here, the host of the Hake Report. The anchor baby is an expert here on the show and the host of the American Anchor Baby. Hake, what's the difference between a believer and a non-believer?
Not really different. A real believer knows he's not different from a non-believer.
What?
A real believer knows he's no different from a non-believer.
Meaning what?
Meaning he's not better than him, and he may think he knows something, but he's still cool.
I can't tell the difference, except with words, the difference between a believer and a non-believer, because they both treat each other the same, with anger and revenge and all that. I don't see the love in a believer and a love in a non-believer. So I really don't know the difference. I'm trying to find out. And I think, and I could be wrong, I'm seeing a good example of that now. O'Dare said a believer accepts what God says. For example, when God says you have been perfected, Hebrew 10:14. I don't know what that means.
You know, the believers make a show of forgiveness and love, because they talk about love and they talk about forgiveness. They know they're supposed to. We know we're supposed to. For example, yesterday at Charlie Kirk's funeral, Charlie Kirk's widow, no longer wife, right, offered forgiveness for his alleged assassin. And you see that every single time a Christian loses a family member to murder.
They forgive?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because you're supposed to. They so-called forgive.
And how come if a believer is different than a non-believer, why do believers turn on each other when they disagree with each other?
Because they're not actual, they don't believe what they claim to believe.
Meaning what?
Meaning that they're not really living it.
So they're no different than a non-believer?
Right.
Oh.
But that's not the right way to not be different from a non-believer.
Why not?
Because you're supposed to be different. You're supposed to be a new creation.
Oh.
Duh.
Those new creation believers then shouldn't have to need to say their forgiveness and say it out loud. They shouldn't need to show it.
Yeah, it's kind of like
a good point.
It's kind of like praying on the street corner, like Jesus said not to do.
Yeah. Amazing. What other quick question for both my expert? Then I gotta give y'all the brand new biblical question. But I can't see the difference between a believer and a non-believer, except
Even though you
that,
saw her face?
Except that a believer say out loud they are a believer, and a non-believer say they're not. So that's only different. So wasn't it?
Even though you saw her face?
Who face?
You,
the one that made you a
I
believer.
saw her
the one that
face,
made you believe.
and I'm a believer.
It's so funny. That's like so sacrilegious, and yet that's what people really worship is the woman. Men worship the woman.
Yeah. One other quick question about that before I move on. What do you guys think about the right being in control right now? The politics and everything. And they are like, I don't know what words to use because I'm not sure what's happening, but they are going against the left with a vengeance. You know, they're getting rid of them. A lot of them are losing their jobs and all kind of stuff. Hey, what do you think about that?
I'm wary of it.
And why?
I'm wary because it's there is that some of it is justified. You know, that, for example, putting Jimmy Kimmel off air, at least for a time being, because he said something that wasn't true, I think, about Charlie Kirk's alleged assassin. And I think that's justified, but there is a energy, like an evil energy, to get these people amongst the right-wing so-called crowd.
Right.
And that's not right. And I really appreciate Trump, but I don't trust or necessarily appreciate anybody else who's quote-unquote with him.
Oh, okay. What do you think about what the right are doing to the left, Nick?
Well, you initially asked about the right being in control. And honestly,
yeah, in control, and then a lot of left seems to be losing their job.
Totally. I want to comment on that as well. But if this is them being in control of the culture and stuff, I don't know how good it is when the control what they produce is Erika Kirk as the CEO of TPUSA. Honestly, the only thing I like about the right being in control of the culture, etc., is Trump. It's like the only thing that makes sense because it's like a man. I see them going after the employees and all
like
that.
Like a man.
You get what I mean?
Is it a man or like a man? But go ahead.
That's the millennial language, like a. But, you know, that's the only thing. I agree with Hake. It's like they're going after people, and they say they want to go after the left out of political enemies, but these are just like random employees and all that. And then maybe they should lose their job and all that if the employer found out. But, I mean, these are just brainwashed people. You know, I like the Jimmy Kimmel thing. I agree with that. And it's like the only person that gets it is Trump going after Antifa and his comments about Jimmy Kimmel, even though it's like, oh, is that authoritarian? He said it anyways. I appreciate it.
The other thing is it's not going to last. This is not a change for good.
Right. That's what I was thinking. What's going to happen when the left take control again? they're going to go after right with a vengeance.
It's going to get even worse.
Right, because they're going to know now they can just do what they want because they have the president, they have everything. They just do what they want.
Like they
I'm
always
just not
do.
sure what's going on. Oh, what's going on? I'm just not sure. It's just I'm watching it, and I'm not sure. It's interesting.
They're saying that they're coming back with a vengeance. That's what they're saying already.
Yeah, they already working on vengeance anyway. Trump said at that. I saw the soundbite that Derek gave me, my producer, this morning, and Fox and Friends this morning. Soundbite. Trump said that he hates his enemies.
I saw that. It cracked me up.
And what did he mean by that?
Because
Because a lot of people are going to misunderstand that.
Well, Charlie Kirk being a Christian-y Christian, Trump described Charlie Kirk as always wanting the best for his enemies and loving them and stuff like that. And he said, that's the one thing I disagree with about him. I hate my enemies and I don't want the best for them. And that's more real. It's less phony Christian, if you will. And when it comes down to it, there's no evil, nasty spirit coming out of Trump, even when he's going after those guys.
Yeah. What did you think about that when Trump said that in Cameo?
I hadn't heard it.
Oh, yeah.
So,
we have the soundbite.
Oh, great. I'd love to see it because,
yeah.
You know, at first when you said it, and like, I hope he's not like going Christian like the Bible says to hate your enemy or something like that. The way you characterize it, I gather it's really totally like Trump. I'm not that good. He's better than me. Charlie Kirk's better than me. I hate my enemy. He's better than me. Kind of. That's how I get it.
Well,
it's
maybe.
Totally lighthearted. Go ahead. My bad.
I doubt if Trump meant it in the way that the left meant it or some of the right people mean it.
Yeah.
This morning I had the TV on while getting dressed to go to work, and they had this Christian girl on Fox and Friends, and it sounded like her father was a football player or owner or something, and her mother was doing some kind of work, and this girl used to play on some type of show, and now she's a little Christian. And it sounds like she has a lot of Christian following her. And they were wishing her this morning on that show.
The hosts were worshiping her?
The female host was, at least. Because she was the one interviewing her. And I'm looking at this, I'm saying, it's amazing how they are putting the women before. The Christian people are doing that. And they think that that's love. They don't know that that's evil.
Yeah. That's what that loving your enemy, making a show of loving your enemies type of thing is like the woman's version. It's like an intellectual version of the real thing.
Yeah.
It's a false copy.
What a mess.
Yeah.
And so the new biblical question, what would happen if you never thought about yourself again? If you never thought of yourself again, if you stop thinking of yourself, the assignment this week for the fellowship is to don't think of yourself for a whole week. And for the ladies, don't think of themselves, the lady from the Women's Forum, don't think of themselves for a whole month. But what would happen if you didn't think of yourself for a whole week? What would happen, Hake? If you just stop thinking of you.
It seems like some of my suffering would subside a bit. I was thinking about
what's so funny, just
these old bones. They got some aches and stuff, and thinking about them. You know how your parent, your father or mother, you scratch yourself, you scrape yourself. They said, don't think about it. And you don't think about it, it heals up by itself. But you think about it, and it bothers you, and then it takes you away from living.
And so you say, what would happen if you stop thinking of yourself?
that my suffering might subside a touch.
So if you believe that, why don't you stop thinking?
Whatever, man.
He's suffering like
That was
Erika
a thinking
Kirk.
of myself response.
I know.
That was an ego pricked response.
He's suffering like Erika Kirk.
Anchor baby, what would happen if you stopped thinking of yourself for a week?
Some of my suffering would subside. I'm suffering like Erika Kirk. Yeah. I think I wouldn't. I don't know. I need to find out. Like for real. I really don't know.
So are you going to stop thinking? Have you started to not think of yourself for this week?
Yeah. I already heard this one yesterday, so I got a bit of a head start.
Oh, okay. I can't wait until the weekend, next Sunday, to find out. Amazing. What would happen if you never thought of about yourself again? Amazing. So, thank you, experts. I appreciate it. So, my experts, yesterday they had Charlie's funeral. And I didn't get a chance to see it. I did see some sound bites this morning in preparation for the show today. But I didn't see the funeral at all yesterday. Here's ABC News. Tens of thousands packed State Farm Stadium on Sunday as President Donald Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance, Erika, and more paid tribute to Charlie. Watch this from C-SPAN.
My husband, Charlie, he wanted to save young men just like the one who took his life. That young man, on the cross, our Savior said, "Father, forgive them, for they not know what they do." That man, that young man, I forgive him.
Was this lady an actress before she started this? I had never heard of her before. Oh, okay. She seemed so not real. And it could be me. But she seemed as though she's acting. And she may not be. But it just seemed like an actress on a stage. I'm just saying. But anyway, that was from yesterday. Here's President Donald Trump. He said he hates his political opponents. And he said this after Erika forgave her husband, killer, and an emotional tribute. Watch this from C-SPAN.
He did not hate his opponents. He wanted the best for them. That's where I disagreed with Charlie. I hate my opponent. And I don't want the best for them. I'm sorry. I am sorry, Erika. But now Erika can talk to me and the whole group, and maybe they can convince me that that's not right, but I can't stand my opponent.
Trump seemed more real than Erika. Erika seemed faking it. I don't know, but she might not be. I don't know her. I never even heard of her until this happened. So They're saying it says. I don't know what that means. It says. Let me know. Oh, OPB? So according to OPB, what is that there? Oh, Oregon Public Broadcasting. It says Erika has worked in entertainment industry as a model, actress, and casting director, all while remaining grounded in her Christian faith. So she was an actress. Okay.
She was in beauty pageants too. Wikipedia.
Oh, yeah? I get the feeling she's acting. I don't see realness in her. That was realness in Trump right now. I'm just saying. Now, I don't know. I don't know her, so I'm just saying. But may Charlie's soul rest in peace. And I wish his wife and his children well. I wish them well. Let me go to first-time caller out of Oklahoma, KARESSA. KARESSA, you are on the air.
Hello, how are you doing today?
All is well, KARESSA.
Right. Originally, now that I'm on the phone with you, I'm kind of a little lost for words, but I do know that I wanted to thank you because I started following you a few years back, and it really did change my life for the better.
And change it from what to? Give me an example. What was worse, and then now it's a little better?
Well, before I used to, it seemed like I was always lost.
Yeah.
I tried to, put on an act and, seem like I knew where I was going, that I was, had a direction for my life, but in reality, I didn't. But now, my life is still kind of chaotic. I'm still, suffering daily, which is really, really, still trying. Well, I guess I can't get used to that, but I did forgive my parents, forgave my mother first and my father. The interesting thing about forgiving my father, though, is that, the day after, it was like, great, an incredible day. But then the following 3 days, it was absolute hell for me. And I know it was mainly because I was in my thoughts, but it kind of made me realize that just because you go and forgive your parents, that's not where it ends. You still have to struggle daily. And yeah, I meant to call you back in July on my birthday because I work during the day, so I can't call in.
Right.
So, but today I was able to, and so now I'm doing that.
Which would you rather be doing? Suffering and overcoming the pain, or suffering in the pain and getting more of it? A lot more, like when I say in the pain, some people love the thrill of stress, worry, jealousy, strife, revenge, suicidal thought. They love that thrill, so they get deeper into it. You sound like you're overcoming, you're suffering in that you're overcoming it. Which one do you prefer?
I prefer the overcoming because I also realized that I did get some sort of, enjoyment or thrill from, being sad or depressed or angry and all that stuff. My one, I don't think it's an issue. I've noticed lately, especially at work, I'm blessed with my job because it allows me to, not be in my head, but to watch the thoughts in my head.
Yeah.
For like 8 hours straight during the day. But it's a doozy, like you say. Sometimes I catch myself,
KARESSA,
the emotions of it.
Hold that thought for me. Let me take a quick break. Don't hang up.
Okay.
A quick break. 888-77-JESSE. Back in a moment. We have a counseling service, and I have to admit, thanks to God, it is the best counseling service on this side of heaven. I counsel with men and women, families, individuals around the world. Most people are unhappy, they're miserable, They have rough lives. They're depressed, suicidal, young and old, of all races. I understand, I know why, and I do understand it. Because exactly what's happening in me is happening with everybody outside of me, inside of them. And I've noticed that with those who really, really, really want to understand, they overcome it just like that, out of one counseling session. If you need counseling, you can go to rebuildingaman.com or call 800-411-2663. 800-411-BOND. Best counseling service on this side of heaven.
The shadows were dancing on the building's golden light when sunset glow. Bustling streets and busy traffic, walking hand in hand on our way home.
Okay, folks, welcome back. The Hake, H-A-K-E, Hake report is coming up at 9 a.m. this morning. TheHakeReport.com. And after that, the American Anchor Baby. Right after the Hake Report at 11 a.m. Pacific Time. And don't forget to support us on social media. Like, follow, ring the bell, subscribe. Jesse Lee Peterson on Instagram, JLP Talk on X, rumble.com/Jesse Lee Peterson, cozy.tv/JLP, kick.com/Jesse Lee Peterson, and pure.net/Jesse Lee Peterson. Just all over the place. And again, like, follow, ring the bell, comment, and all that good stuff. I want to go back to KARESSA, a first-time caller out of Oklahoma. So, KARESSA, you were saying at work, what's happening?
I guess you would say I'm working on myself, watching the thoughts.
Right.
And everything that, and I find I get the emotions overtake me a lot. Like, sometimes I'll just start crying. I started doing that thing you mentioned before about anytime, they come up, you say, who is getting emotional?
Right.
And it'll make it subside, but then immediately it'll just come back constantly. I seem to be going to the bathroom a lot to try and dry my tears before one of my supervisors comes around and asks me what's wrong.
Right.
And it's just like, and it made me also realize that females, practically all females from an early age, learn that tears make people uncomfortable, especially men. And without even realizing it, they utilize it and kind of weaponize it as like a defense sort of mechanism in their life, especially when they're trying to avoid taking accountability for the things that they've done.
Yeah.
And it just, I was going to ask, will it get better? But, at the same time, I know it's not up to me. It's, I just got to keep working on myself.
Hey, you were going to ask if what get better?
Will the tears ever stop?
Yes.
They will?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
When it happens, don't, and it sounds like you're already doing this, don't identify with it. Don't say, I am crying, or I feel this and I feel that. Just watch it and don't fight with it, don't argue with it. And like you said, go to the bathroom, dry your face, and just go back to work, and you'll be fine. It will disappear. It will fade away. It doesn't want to. Those spirits do not want to leave your body, but they will if you allow it to happen.
All right. Also, on the Erika Kirk thing, I didn't watch her speech. I saw a few things about it here and there, but I was on X, and it's kind of, it's odd. It seems like they're propping her up. All the women came out of the woodwork, and even men praising her, saying how powerful her speech was. it reminded me of what you said before when she addressed people, made that previous speech about how it wasn't powerful, it was emotional.
Right.
And it's, I really hope they're not trying to prop her up for something in the future. There's some people
they've
saying
already
that she
done
could
that.
be
They've done that.
the CEO of TPUSA, yeah. Some are talking about her being president, since Charlie Kirk seemed like he had aspirations to be, and it's just like that's not right. And some are even comparing her to Esther, and it's just it feels so odd.
To who?
It just seems Esther in the Bible. Esther. It's kind of crazy, and women are getting all upset when people kind of point out. It almost seems very performative. She was 5 years older than Charlie.
Yeah, I heard about that. That was his mama. But the point is, it shows how, because women are taking over in the homes, and the businesses, companies, churches, and everywhere now, it shows how emotional my country has become, to the point that men and women believe just because a woman cries that she's serious, and they can't see that when she's crying, she's lying, and so they end up falling for it. And that's what's happening in this situation. And as I tweeted out, that Americans don't know the trouble that's coming as a result of putting women in control like this. This woman is acting. There's nothing about her that's real. Now, I don't know what she really feels about the death of her husband. I'm not into that. But I know when she speaks, it's all an act. It's reading, and it's not real. And she know the right cue to hit to get an applause, to make people think that it's real. But it's an act. It's crazy to see it, too. Because I don't want to see it. I'm not asking to see it. But this woman is fake.
Yeah, like I said, it just all seems so performative. Even like the stage production, they had fireworks. Somebody pointed out it's like he's watching a WWE presentation or something like that.
It's all an emotional act.
And they're even they had voter registration at the memorial, and then I guess the military. Yeah. And the military, I guess they're talking about doing a new enlistment campaign in Charlie Kirk's name. And I worry about what direction the country is going if they're pushing this.
So was it a rally, like a political rally instead of a funeral?
It seemed more political from what I've seen.
Because I didn't watch it. I didn't get a chance to see it.
Me neither. There was a lot of talk about how all the politicians up there have talked more about God and Christ than any other time, that we could ever really realize. Okay. Talking about how millions of people are coming to Christ or being, presented the gospel and stuff through this event, and it's a little concerning. I know I shouldn't worry about it. It is what it is. What's going to happen is going to happen.
Yes.
I just, sometimes curiosity gets the better of me, and that's.
Well, you're fortunate in that you can see through it. You're not falling for it just because she's all emotional or pretending that she really cares about it. And it's good that you're not falling for all the hype, the emotional aspect of it. And of course, wish, Charlie family well, and may his soul rest in peace. But don't fall for the emotional aspect of it.
Yeah.
Are you doing the silent prayer every morning, every night?
Yes.
Good. And you went and forgave your mother, your father, and all that?
Yes, I did. My mom was really confused when I forgave her.
She was confused about what?
Well, just what I was telling you. I told her I forgive. I was sorry for resenting her. I didn't realize I had resented her, and that she was just doing her best, and she didn't know any better, and she just kind of like, well, okay, all right. She just left it as that. And but
good. However, her reaction is, that's all her. It has nothing to do with you. Mm-hmm. You'll work on yourself. You'll be coming free.
Yes, I have noticed. I used to be a very, very angry person.
Yeah.
Very angry, I still do feel it creeping up on me sometimes, but it's just like, yeah, I'm not about that anymore.
Right on.
I was the type of person, even the smallest little hint of anger or feeling like somebody had disrespected me, I'd get emotional and tears would start flowing. And it's just like, now it's just like, oh dear, somebody's going to think something's wrong with me. I even tell people, they're like, KARESSA, are you okay? It's like, no, I'm fine. It's all good.
Yeah. There's a young lady
people think I'm getting...
There's a young lady that come to our fellowship, and when I first met her maybe 3 or 4 years ago, she was a crybaby too. She would cry at the dropping of a hat. And now she was at the meeting yesterday, and she was saying that the crying is fading away. That starts to disappear. Likewise, if you don't call it you, don't try to control it, it will disappear. The light of seeing it will destroy the darkness. So just don't call it you. Don't blame anyone else that you're crying or that you feel a certain way, because nobody else is responsible for how you feel. And I promise you, KARESSA, it will disappear. It's all an illusion, and it will just fade away.
It kind of tickled me a few times when people would see me getting emotional and they would think, oh, did I do something? Did I hurt your feelings or something? And I'd be like, oh, no, it's not you. It's all me. Don't worry about it.
That's right.
And I just carry on. And it's just like, my life has gotten better. I finally moved out of my mom's place. I'm 37 years old, and I finally bought my own house.
Right
my own house with a little plot of land, got a bunch of animals around me. I have no children. I've never been married.
Nice.
And I'm still trying to,
do you want to get married?
There's something inside of me saying that I do, but it's just like I don't need that right now.
Right.
I definitely don't need that right now. I just started. I got a mortgage and a truck payment to make. I don't need to worry about that.
Yeah, don't even don't put one thought into getting married or not getting married, and you just stay with the truth, working on the truth, and the truth, or working with the truth. And the truth will add unto you exactly what you should have, and it will be perfect. So don't put anything before that, and you'll be fine. All right.
Yes.
KARESSA,
absolutely.
Good to hear from you.
Thank you.
Call me again,
good.
And you stay with it. Stay with it. Stay with it.
I definitely will. I can't go back. There's no way. I don't want to go back.
As a matter of fact, there's nothing to go back to, because old things have passed away and all things are new in your life now. So there's nothing to go back to.
Yeah, that's definitely true. All right.
All right.
Thank you so much, Jesse.
You're welcome. Stay with it.
Have a good rest of your day.
You too. Amazing. 888-775-3773. Let me go to Robin out of Virginia. Robin, you are on the air.
Hey, Jesse.
Hey, Robin.
Shout out to everybody. Anchor Baby, Joel Friday, Hake, Derek.
Shout out. Amazing.
Okay, I want to know how. I agree with you, first of all, that I think Erika was acting. I think the best thing that happened all day was her forgiving the young man or whoever did it. But why is it okay for Trump, the leader of the free world, to stand up there and talk about how much he hates his opponent?
Is that a question for me?
Yes, that's a question for you. It's not funny.
Who said?
Why is she acting, and Trump is all good talking about hating? Look, he needs to be bringing the world together now, and we need to quit calling the left lunatics and the right Nazis. I'm just sick of it.
How can he bring the world together?
Well, he can quit saying he hates somebody, for one.
But how can he bring the world together?
Well, as the President of the United States, and you know this as well as I do, he can make an address and say to people, look, this is a time to come together. And he knew Charlie as a friend. And he even said, Charlie wouldn't hate them. So why would he get up there at his funeral which, no, it wasn't a funeral. It looked like a rally to me. But why would he get up there and say, well, I hate him? And he's the president.
But
come on.
I don't know what he meant.
You don't know what he meant by hate?
Right. I don't know what Trump...
Yes,
because
you do.
Trump is a different kind of a person.
You got that right.
And that Trump is being led by what is right. And so he may mean something different about hate.
Jesse, you know hate is never right.
I said he may mean something different about it. It may not mean what you think that he means.
Yeah, I think a lot doesn't mean what we think it means. But one more question, please.
Do you want to get along with your enemy?
Yes.
And why?
Well, I mean, I don't want to get along. Well, I mean, look. I mean, I don't know. What do you mean by get along with them?
Do you want to get along with your enemy?
Well, I mean, they would probably kill me if I got along with them.
So do you want to get along with your enemy?
I don't know if I want to get along with them.
Why not?
That's it. See, you always turn this around.
How am I turning around? I'm just asking you the question.
I want to get along with I want to live peacefully on the world with everybody.
Do you want to get along with your enemy?
I don't know how I would get along with my enemy.
Do you want to get along with your enemies?
Well, yeah, I guess I do.
Why?
Because I think we would have peace and less wars.
How would you have peace getting along with your enemy?
Yeah, I mean, peace worldwide. I mean, less killings.
How would you, Robin? How would you How would you have peace by getting along with your enemies?
Well, I'm going to have peace with or without that. But speaking on the world, I'm talking about Trump is the leader of the free world. So,
Robin, how would you have peace by getting along with your enemies?
I don't know necessarily. Maybe get along with them is a different word. Maybe it needs to be more something like, how about we quit calling them our enemies? I mean, I think that's what they're doing. That's the same thing they did with the black-white issue.
What's wrong with calling them your enemy if they are your enemies?
I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem with him saying he hates them.
What's wrong with... And so why do you want to get along with your enemies?
Yeah, I don't know if I want to get along with them.
But you said you did.
Okay, well, I'm going to take it back. I'm taking it back.
And why,
so maybe
why are you taking it back?
Well, I mean, because I don't really know what you mean about that. I mean, I don't want to necessarily be in a situation where I have to get along with my enemy. I'm pretty sure if they're my enemy, they're coming to kill me or do some kind of harm to me. So I don't know how get along would be the word, but I think I definitely don't want to poke my enemy.
And why not?
Because why would I want to provoke them to do more harm? And I think by him standing up there saying, I hate them, is just provoking them into more rage.
But how can you provoke someone that's already in rage? And by Trump saying that, he can't provoke anyone to do anything that they don't already have inside of them.
Well, I agree with that.
And so
I agree with
if they get enraged because of what he said, they were already like that. He has nothing to do with it.
Right. Well, I'm just saying, as a president of the free world, he needs to say, at least say, we have to come together and stop saying, blue state, red state. I'm not helping them.
But why should you say we have to come together with our enemy? That doesn't make sense.
Well, I'm not saying come together necessarily, but he's got to say that we need to tone down the rhetoric and quit calling each other our enemy. How do we even know who our enemy is anymore? Because they tell us everybody is. The blacks are, the Muslims are. But haven't the
Democrat and the media made it clear that they are Trump enemies?
What's that now?
having the Democrats and the liberal media made it clear that they are the enemies of Trump?
Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah.
And
so why would he want to come together with them?
I don't know. But okay, so we're going to have to leave that one there. How do you feel about the hate speech laws that they're trying to enact? Now, won't that be funny? You and Trump will be the first ones off the air.
And who is trying to enact hate speech law? The Democrats?
Pam Bondi. No, Pam Bondi.
Oh.
She said it.
I think I heard something about that.
Yes, it was 1 week after Charlie Kirk was murdered. She said, there's free speech and then there's hate speech. And we're going to have to come down on that.
And what is hate speech?
Well, exactly.
What did she say it was? Did she give an example?
She didn't.
Oh, because I didn't hear. I kind of heard about it, but I never heard much about it at all.
No,
Robin,
go ahead.
Because of time, I have to run, but make that last statement you're about to make.
Yeah, she didn't define it. In my opinion, the only hate speech is speech that incites someone to violence. That's it. And that would be, hey, we need to go out and kill all the so-and-sos. And you know as well as I do, you talk for a living. There's no way you could live under hate speech laws.
Amazing. I appreciate it, Robert. You're right about that. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Jesse. Have a good day.
You too now. Super chat. Super.
Super chats.
Al the Rhythm is a new member on the Fallen State YouTube channel. Thank you, sir.
Amazing.
Giant of the fourth quarter. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, amazing.
That was on the Fallen State.
May his soul rest in peace. Thank you.
Mari on Friday. Happy Friday, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend. Heart emoji.
Thank you. You too. Amazing.
Nick bought a coffee. Jesse, where can I get some authentic head cheese? I want the real deal. None of that fake head cheese they found in the dumpster.
You got to go to Alabama around December. I think that's when they kill the hogs. If I remember, we did it around December so that we could put it in the salt and save it through the winter. So I think go to Alabama around December or look on Google. Amazing. Thank you.
Curly, I want to enter the kingdom of heaven right now. Is there a specific way to enter the kingdom?
Yes.
To enter the kingdom of within, what do I head for?
Nothing. If you want to enter into the kingdom of heaven within, do nothing, and you shall enter in. If you try to enter in, you're never going to get in. Amazing. Thank you.
Anthony says, MLK, sweet tongue, sour stomach.
Amazing. Thank you.
T. Smith for coffee.
Thank you.
Hearts around the smiley.
Amazing.
Marty, good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday. Much love. Thanks, hands, and heart. That was yesterday.
Right on. Thank you.
And we'll have to read the rest of these later, guys. Thank y'all.
Let me take a quick break. When I come back, straight to your calls and the rest of the Super Chat. Hake news is coming right now. Not the fake news, but the hake news. And I'll be back in a moment. Check out Punchy's coffee. I have my own coffee now. Punchy coffee is good. Every bag is roasted to order. Freshest flavor. Top quality. Specialty grade beans. Good. Every dime goes back to Bar, my nonprofit. And we are rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. So when you're drinking coffee and enjoying it, just know you're helping somebody. Amazing coffee. Punchy has his own coffee now. What the? And it's so good. All the way from the plantation to my own coffee. Who would have thought? Did that coffee come from the plantation? Did I pick my own coffee? Check it out. Go to rebuildingtheman.com, rebuildingtheman.com/stores, and get Punchy's coffee.
A whole lot of going on in the world. Hey, by the way, happy fall. No more summer. At least not up in the northern hemisphere. Explain that, flat earthers. And enjoy some anti-fossil fuel propaganda courtesy of Commie Nonsense Network coming at you on Hake News, Not Fake News. Or is it fake news? Tens of thousands were at Charlie Kirk's funeral memorial in Glendale, Arizona, including our greatest president, Donald J. Trump, whom you heard in that clip, talk about I hate my enemies, opponents, and Erika, who forgave Charlie's alleged assassin, according to CNN, and Jimmy Kimmel's staff. They are staying paid, perhaps at least through next week, despite him being off air amidst talks between Jimmy Kimmel and the Disney executives who reportedly had given him a chance to apologize for the fake news and the malice, but he doubled down and refused and was going to do something even crazier, according to reports. According to my perhaps misinterpretation of the reports, take everything that you hear with a grain of salt, all right? This is the end of hour one of the Jesse Lee Peterson Show. It is Female Monday. Everybody loves Mondays, and everybody loves the females if they love anybody, which means a whole lot of people don't. The lines are full, guys, but you can call in every so often, okay, in case a line opens up, all right? Appreciate that. Now, Commie Nonsense Network, CNN reports, today marks the official arrival, I can't speak, of fall, also known among the whole rest of the hoity-toity world as autumn. Yet lingering heat across the United States reminds us, who's us, Commie Nonsense spouters, that the seasons rarely follow the calendar's script. Rising temperatures, they say, from fossil fuel pollution are pushing the first freeze later across much of the country, impacting agriculture, allergens, and more. What a mess, huh? That's Commie Nonsense for you. Tens of thousands of mourners purported mourners, right? Gathered outside or inside a stadium in Glendale, Arizona on Sunday. I think they can hold like 72 or 73,000 in this stadium, and then they had overflow, couple more tens of thousands across the street, according to Trump and the media. The conservative political activist Charlie Kirk, they paid tribute to him, who was murdered, assassinated, I call it, earlier this month, repeatedly described as a martyr whose movement would live on. The list of high-profile speakers at the memorial included our greatest president, Donald J. Trump, Vice President J.D. Vance, and several, or at least a few, top administration officials. Senators were there. Congressmen were there. It was Kirk's widow, Erika Kirk, Erika with a K, who drew the biggest response from the attendees, according to CNN. In an emotional speech, they called it, She promised to take up her husband's mantle and offered forgiveness to his alleged assassin, as you heard earlier this first hour of the Jesse Lee Peterson Show. Nice. Jimmy Kimmel's staff will continue to receive pay for now, as talks remain ongoing between the late-night host, the low-rated late-night host, Trump called him, I think, and Disney execs on the future of Jimmy Kimmel Live. The show abruptly pulled off air last week amid controversy over comments Jimmy Kimmel made in a monologue about Charlie Kirk's suspected killer as being like MAGA or something like that. I don't know. Two sources close to Jimmy Kimmel's show told Commie Nonsense the crew for the late-night program will be paid through next week, while the show's fate remains in limbo. Jimmy Kimmel Live employs a staff of roughly 200 to 250 people operating out of a theater up in Hollywood, that-a-way. Jimmy Kimmel has not yet commented on the suspension, and good for him not doing that. And a super typhoon, the most powerful storm on Earth, the ball Earth, this year is lashing the Philippines, prompting widespread evacuations and preparations in nearby Hong Kong. Did you know the Philippines are near Hong Kong, Taiwan, and mainland China? Meteorologists, that's weathermen, have warned of life-threatening conditions. Super Typhoon Ragasa is what it's called. I'm James Hake. Now back to JLP, Hour 2.
somewhere in the world today. Men have got to stand up strong, face the truth about themselves, to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up, stand up.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I am Jesse Lee Peterson. The second hour's here already. That's amazing. You can get involved by calling 888-7753-773, 888-77-JESSE. And my brand new biblical question. What the? It's an amazing question. Really, it's so amazing. I can't wait for you to give me some feedback on it. What will happen if you never thought about yourself again? What will happen if you never thought about yourself again? Isn't that amazing? Yes, Jesse, that is amazing. We have every way that you can watch and support the show listed on jesseleepeterson.com/show, jesseleepeterson.com/show. And if you're running around protesting ICE or whatever, you can be listening to the show. You can podcast, of course, taking your kids to a government school because you don't love them enough to raise them at home. You get more thrill by going to work and your ego fulfillment. You still can be listening to the show on your iPhone or iPad by calling the listen line on Talk Stream Live at 605-615-4131. 605-615-4131 on your phone, not iPad, but your phone, not iPhone. It doesn't matter. Your phone, all right. And to donate and have your comments read out loud, go to buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk. Buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk or Bond JLP Cash App. Bond JLP Cash App. It's Monday and second hour Monday. Rainy days and Mondays always build me up. And it is always Female Monday. All my life, I had to fight.
I like to make men uncomfortable.
All my life I had to fight.
Let women take over.
Some of us believe that women are getting paid less than men.
I proudly say I'm a feminist. Thank you.
Deep in their soul, they want to be home with those babies. We've been lied to for so long.
That's right. 888-7753-773. Let me go to first-time caller, Kobe, out of Florida. Kobe, you are on the air.
Hey, what's going on?
All is well, Kobe.
Yeah, I was wondering whether or not we should make politics boring again.
Are you on a speaker or something, Kobe?
Yeah.
Hold on a minute. Let me let Derek talk to you because I think Derek tell everybody don't be on a speaker or Bluetooth. Don't hang up, Kobe. I'll come back to you. Let me go to Jesus out of Washington State. Jesus, you are on the air.
Hey, Jesse, how you doing?
All is well, sir.
Hey, my question is, well, like, I'm a man of faith, or at least I try to think that I am.
A man of what?
A man of faith.
What is that?
A man of faith, I mean, I guess the way that I like to think about it is a man who knows that, you know, they don't have all the answers to this life, and therefore they, you know, reach out to, you know, the power above, you know, like God. Or
And why do you call that a man of faith?
damn,
What? Damn.
wow, that's a deep question, I guess. I would say, like, because, I mean, you can't see it, but it's in your mind, right? Like, all you can do is rely with it in your mind, thinking that, like, you know, it's there. You know,
You know what's there.
You can't see it. It's in your mind.
You can't see what?
Your faith. It's something that resides within your mind. You know, you can't see it with your eyes. You know what I mean?
But why do you call something in your mind a man of faith when your mind is always lying to you? There's no truth
Wait
in
a
it.
minute. This has gone in a whole complete direction than what I expected it. Wait a minute. Well, I mean, I don't know. I guess it's just like, wow. Hold on. I don't know, man. Let me redirect this question over to over to the question that I was trying to ask you, and then maybe it'll make sense.
All right.
Like, is it okay to, like, you know, be someone who believes in Jesus Christ, but also, like, occasionally indulges in, like, marijuana, like, you know, smokes weed?
Oh.
Like, does that make me like a bad person? Is that like a sin? Like, I know we're like sinners.
It's not a bad. It doesn't make you a bad person, and it doesn't make you a sinner.
Okay, I didn't know that. I thought we were sinners regardless.
But smoking weed is not making you a sinner. Smoke weed keeps you from knowing God.
That makes sense, actually. I do feel sometimes disconnected.
Why do you smoke it?
I do feel disconnected.
Why do you smoke weed?
Because sometimes thoughts can be a little bit overwhelming.
Right. And why not deal with that by being aware of it and overcoming it rather than running away from it, denying it by smoking weed? Why don't you let yourself go through that?
You're right.
No, that was a question.
Well, I guess I don't really have an argument against it. You are right. Like, just saying what you're saying, it makes sense. It just, I don't know. I guess sometimes I feel like, I don't know. I feel like sometimes I can, like as a person, like sometimes, like I'm my own worst enemy.
You are your own worst enemy, you say?
Like, it feels like that sometimes. Like, I sometimes get in my own way.
How's that?
Because, like, what you're saying, like, I feel like I should already know that, but it's like I'm still, like, getting stuck in my own ways and doing what I do. Even
what
though,
does
like,
that mean, getting in your own way?
Like, still smoking weed, or, like, you know, indulging in things that I know are getting in the way of, like, you know, going towards the right path.
Oh, okay. And why do you smoke the weed? What's your purpose of smoking weed?
You know, really, when you think about it, now that you're really, like, confronting me with it in that way, it really just comes across as an escape, honestly.
Escape from what? Because it is, that's true, but what is it that you're trying to escape?
Sometimes I guess it's just reality, or, like, you know, sometimes, like, I guess there's, like, days where, like, I'll handle all of the bills. Like, I'm working, like I'm a responsible person. Like, I feel like a responsible person as an adult. Like, I have a job, and I take care of the bills, and I take care of my family. Like, I don't have kids, but, like, I mean, like, my siblings, like, if I can help them out with money here and there, like, I'll help them out. But like,
So you're not married and you don't have children?
no, but I try to. But
How old are you?
What's that?
How old are you?
I'm 24.
And so what family you taking care
Just my siblings. I have younger siblings.
of? Why
they're like,
why do you take care of them? They're not yours.
that's a good question. I don't know. I guess it's just because we grew up together, and like, it's just. I guess it's love. Like, I
If
love
you
them and I
love
wanna
them, you would not take care of them.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought you would take care of them.
Are
if
you
you
still
did
living
love
at home with your parents?
them. No, I got my own place.
So how would they grow up and take care of themselves if you're playing mama with them? Why not let them suffer and find their way as well?
I try to put that into them. Like, I'm like, yo, like I have my own place and I got my own job and I pay my own rent and everything.
Yeah.
And I try to instill that in them. But I mean, like, in the aspects of, like, maybe like buying them a meal, like here and there, like if they're hungry or whatever, just like.
Come back to your
just like
phone.
as an act of kindness.
Come back to your phone.
Oh, can you hear me?
I can now, yeah. Why, if you love them, why don't you just not do that so they can find their way? Because you're telling them they need to find their own way, but yet you're taking care of them. You are handicapped to them. They're not your children.
You're right. You are right about that. I guess.
So why, if you love them, why are you showing hate?
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Is it hate?
Yeah.
Oh man, I didn't know that. I thought
it's a false thrill for you.
Because,
it's a false thrill for you, and it's a false thrill for them, and you're keeping them from growing up.
Wow.
You're worse than their mother.
Oh no, don't say that. I'm gonna have to reevaluate my actions then. I didn't know that.
But think about this. You work hard. You got on your feet. You got your own place. You're doing your own thing. Why wouldn't you want the same thing for them?
That's why I try to talk to them about that, and I don't know. I think it's a generational thing.
But you don't talk to them about it. You stop taking care of them. Actions speak louder than words.
I hear you. Can I ask you another question?
Yeah.
So growing up, like, I hear you talk on your podcast a lot about like forgiving, like you got to forgive your mother in order to like push forward and stuff.
Yes.
So, like for me, I feel like it was the opposite. My father did not leave, my side. Like growing up, my father is actually the one that took care of me and my siblings. My mother, she went her separate ways and she did her own thing. Not to get into it too deep, but my father is the one who stepped in and he took care of us. And when we things went to court and everything, but ultimately, like, we all wanted to go with our father, and she was really surprised about that. I think she assumed that we were all just going to go with her and deny our father, but like it was the complete opposite way. Like,
good.
We all went with our father, and I guess we lacked that nurturement from our mother, and it's like, how do you overcome that?
What nurture?
Well, I mean, like, 'cause like you talk about like sometimes we're like, like, oh, like, like kids lack like the energy from their fathers because they're not present. But what if it's from the opposite perspective?
Well, your mother, you don't want your mother's energy because her energy is evil. You want your father energy if he's overcome his mother. But you forgive her for not being there because whatever she did, she couldn't help herself. She had anger and she had no love, and so she couldn't help herself. And you don't need her. You only needed her from the time you were birthed until about 3 years old. And from that point forward, you needed your father to guide you, not your mother.
Yeah, our father was the one that took care of us.
Yeah.
our family split up like probably like about when I was about 11 years old.
Right.
And from that point on, it was just my father that raised
Well, you
us.
were fortunate that your father was there.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I really do see it that way, but I feel like it was also like an aspect of like you know, like we missed like an aspect of like half of the family because our mother wasn't there.
Right, I know what you mean. The children need both parents. They want both parents. But forgive your mother and be grateful that your father raised you. But forgive your mother for not being there, whatever reason she had. She was lost and she didn't have love to give you anyway.
That's right. Yeah, that makes sense.
And so just forgive her, and she couldn't help herself. And don't hold anything against your father. Are you doing the silent prayer?
Am I doing the silent prayer?
Right.
What is that actually?
Oh, okay. Go to rebuildingtheman.com/silent prayer and start doing that so you can let go and allow God, the truth, to take over.
Okay, I'll make sure to do that today.
And then you still can do your little hooping and hollering if you want. You know how you pray right now, but you pray to the devil.
Oh, how am I doing that?
With your words and things.
So how do you pray to the Father?
By being still and being aware, that's all. Do nothing, and he will take over.
Okay.
Because you don't know what to ask of the Father. You don't know what you want. You don't know what you need. So when you do that other kind of prayer, you're praying in vain as all vanity, and the devil will answer your prayers and give you what you want, but you still won't have peace and you won't know God.
Oh man. So you say that you do like church services and stuff like that?
Yes. Every Sunday morning at 11 a.m. The doors open at 10:30. And we have the men's forum every first Thursday of the month at 7 p.m. And you can see all that at rebuildingtheman.com/church.
Oh, perfect. So we can see these services online? Like, you're not like...
Well, you can see the church online, but you can't see the men's forum or the ladies' forum because no recording, no cameras or anything. That way,
that makes sense.
Yeah, that way the people can freely talk or be themselves.
Sure.
I got to run, but I reckon have you forgiven your mother yet?
You know, I feel like I did, but I don't know if my heart was fully into it, so I'm going to have to try to do it again and do it the right way.
Did you tell her?
Yeah.
You told her you were sorry for resenting her for what she did?
I did, but I just don't think that my heart was in it at the time because I was so young when I said it.
Oh, okay.
And now that I'm 24, you know, I feel like I have to do it again and really, like, you know, really mean it. I don't know if I really meant it at the time when I said it.
Yeah, well, go and forgive her, and however she reacts, that's on her. Don't you overreact to her reaction. And when you forgive your parents, God will forgive you, and that is the beginning of overcoming your hell, your misery.
Yeah, well, when the first time I did it, I felt really guilty about it because she started crying a lot, and you know, she made me feel like she laid all her pain onto me, like it was my fault, you know?
Yeah, when she cries, she's lying. Don't fall for it.
That's what it is, because I felt so guilty about it. Like I almost felt guilty about it, but at the same time, I remembered that I was just a kid, and I was like, I was in my fault, like when I was just a child, you know?
That's right. Well, don't let her, if she does that, let her cry. Don't you fall for the lies. If she blame your father, or she blame you, or just know that she's not ready to overcome her hell. She loves her misery. She loves her thrills. But you forgive her, and God will forgive you. Don't ask for forgiveness. Mother, I'm sorry for resenting you or being angry at you when you did this, but I realize now you couldn't help yourself. And God will forgive you. Don't ask anyone for forgiveness. You apologize for resenting them, and God will forgive you, all right?
Yeah. I'm just glad that we were like raised by our father, because
yeah.
you know, our mother was really upset about the fact that we all stuck with our father, but like now I got my own place and I'm living good, and my other sister is now married and she has 3 kids, and you know, she's with her husband and
Right
everything.
on.
And you know, everybody's on a right path, and my other sister's out. You know, everybody's doing good. You know, and I realized that like it all happened under like, you know, being raised under the same roof under our father.
Right on.
And even though our mother wasn't there, like I guess it worked out all in the end. You know.
In the good old days when boys were boys and men were men, when there was a separation with the parents, the children would always go to the fathers, because it was understood that the women could not raise children on their own. They needed the father in order to do that.
So the mother needs the father, but the father does not. But it's like, but if it's the opposite way, like if it's just the father raising the children, they don't. The mother figure is not as important, is what you're saying?
No, they're not.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Yo, you said it. Man, it's been a thrill. I really appreciate this conversation. Seriously.
Well, do the silent prayer, forgive your mother. God will forgive you, and then you will come to know God. And you won't be talking about, oh, I'm a faith and all that crap.
So faith is not the point. So how do you connect to God if it's not through faith?
By not trying to connect to Him.
By not trying to connect to Him.
When you don't try, you shall know Him. When you try, you get further away from Him. And when you want to know Him, when you stop thinking about God, you will know God. But as long as you're thinking about God, you will only know about Him, but never know Him.
That makes a lot of sense. That's why they make the Bible and they tell you to read about Him rather than to actually look within. And yeah, because like that makes a lot of sense. Because like, okay,
He is within you. You want to. The kingdom of heaven is within, not without.
Yeah.
It's without above us, but it's also in you, within you, and you can live for that kingdom right now. You don't have to wait.
Amen.
I wish you well, Jose.
I wish you well too, Jesse. Thanks for the conversation.
Let me know how it goes.
Thank you.
All right, buddy. 888-7753-773. I mean Jesus, not Jose. Sí, señor. Jesus, not Jose. Let me go to first-time caller out of Dallas, Chase. Chase, you are on the air.
Hey, Jesse, how you doing?
All is well, Chase.
Hey, I was just saying, my dad was born Mormon. He's from Utah, and I grew up a strict Pentecostal in my family because of my mother. I was just trying to find something else. I didn't know what your thoughts were on maybe trying to find another religion or your thoughts on Catholicism.
Why don't look for a religion at all? God has nothing to do with religion. So don't look for another false identity, but overcome from within, and you will know God.
So, I mean, what kind of church should I look for?
None.
So don't go to church?
Unless you just want to go. Have you watched our Sunday service?
I haven't, but I heard the last caller, so
watch our Sunday service by rebuildingtheman.com/church, and then you start living from within. Do not look for a religion. It just will be another false identity that you have to overcome, and God is not in religion at all. You're not going to find God in religion.
I hear that. And you said, what was the website again?
rebuildingtheman.com/church.
Okay. All right. I'm not trying to be...
rebuildingtheman.com/church. Have you forgiven your mother?
Never.
And why not?
Because I hate her.
And why do you hate her?
Because the way I was raised. I have my oldest brother is gay. He's 50 years old. And she treats him like he's 18.
How old are you?
38.
Do you still live with her?
No, I live on my own.
Oh, okay. How will God forgive you if you don't forgive your mother?
I don't know. Good question. I don't know. I've always been treated differently, though, because she's always babied him because he's a gay wad. Sorry to say that, but
How will what is it about you that gives you the impression that you have a right to hate your mother or anyone?
no, I don't have the right to hate anybody.
So then why don't you forgive?
Well, she's never asked me to forgive her.
She's not supposed to ask you. You're supposed to see that you do have this anger and that anger is judgment. You're playing God. And by playing God, it's keeping you away from God.
Okay.
You got to forgive your mother. Whatever she's has done, she could not help herself. Her mother screwed her up as well. And so your mother could not help herself. She had no love.
True.
And when you forgive her, realizing just as you can't help yourself, she could not help herself. And hey, mother, I'm sorry for resenting you. What you did was wrong, but I understand now you can't help yourself. You couldn't help yourself. And I'm sorry for resenting you. Don't ask for forgiveness, Chase. Forgive her, and God will forgive you and make you free. And then you will start to live from the kingdom of heaven within. You will have perfect peace.
Amen. I believe that.
And are you close to your father?
I am.
So you don't hold anything against him?
I do. I hate my father.
You hate your father too?
Yeah.
And why do you hate your father?
Because the way he raised me.
Oh, okay. And
I'm a twin, so he basically got my brother through college and lived with them through college and paid all his bills and everything, so he could get his doctorates. And I was living on my own when I was 18.
So did you grow up with both parents?
I did, yeah.
And your father treated your twin brother better than you?
Yeah.
And when you ask him why did he do that, what did he say?
He wouldn't. I've never asked him that because I know he won't. He would never respond to me.
But how do you know if you don't ask?
That's true. But I know my father. I know my father. He wouldn't. He wouldn't answer it.
But how do you know if you don't ask?
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
No, that was a question.
I mean, I guess I'll ask him, but I mean, I already know he's gonna ignore me.
But why would you assume instead of having a wait and see?
I kind of just stay away from him.
How will you be free if you don't forgive these people, Chase? You're going to always be miserable within yourself.
True. I am miserable.
I know, because you feel with hatred and not love. And it doesn't mean you got to hang out with them. You don't have to do anything. But in order for you to have perfect peace, you must forgive. The people, your father, your mother, and everybody, they couldn't help themselves. Their parents screwed them up.
Mm-hmm.
And so you end up screwing up your own life by being one with evil, by not forgiving, and God can't forgive you.
Yeah.
Hey, Chase, who are you?
I am a father. That's all I have.
And
I'm
so,
a father.
I know, but you told me what you have, but you didn't tell me who you are.
Yeah, I just said I'm a father. That's who I am.
Hold on a minute, Chase. Can you hold?
Sure.
888-7753-773. Back in a moment. I have books that are amazing. I highly recommend you get them. 7 guaranteed steps to spiritual, family, and financial success guide. Even if you're not starting a business, but you have a job or you're on welfare, it can help you if you do. Be doers of the word, all right? From rage to responsibility. From rage. That's what I write about in the first chapter, especially how I overcame. Scam. How the black leadership exploits black Americans. They are using them, and blacks are too willing to be used. And then my last book, The Antidote, Healing America from the Poison of Hate, Blame, and Victimhood. They are all amazing books, and they are helpful. Go to rebuildingtheman.com if you want an autographed copy, or call 800-411-2663. For personal shout-outs, I will do them for you. Go to cameo.com/Jesse Lee Peterson. Cameo, CAMEO.com/Jesse Lee Peterson. Birthday shout-out, wedding, anniversary, whatever the shout-out is. And I'll do it for you. Also, we have the best counseling service on this side of heaven. Individual, family counseling, whatever, by phone, Skype, or walk-in. And so if you like counseling, go to rebuildingtheman.com, rebuildingtheman.com, or call 800-411-BOND, 800-411-2663, all right? And be patient, because it's pretty booked up. Sometimes people cancel or reschedule, but we get you in as soon as possible by phone, Skype, or walk-in. So I'm busy with it, but we get to everybody eventually. All right? I want to go quickly back to Chase, a first-time caller out of Dallas, Texas. So, Chase, you told me you have a child, but who are you?
I don't know how to answer that question. The only thing I can say is I'm just a father. All I do, take care of my kids.
How many kids you have?
I have 2 sons.
Are you married?
She passed away.
Oh, may her soul rest in peace. And that's amazing you made boys first. How are you going to show them love?
I only make boys.
Right.
Amazing.
Amazing. So how are you going to show them love when you're so full of hate?
I showed them love because I didn't get love from my father.
But you don't know what love is.
Probably not, but I just try to be there for them whenever they need me. They're older kids. They're both going to the military.
Well, okay. Are they twins as well?
No, one's 20 and one's 17. She doesn't graduate, and my son's leaving to the Navy on the 3rd of November. And my other son's going to the Marines when he graduates.
Right on. And are they angry at you?
Yes.
And are you surprised that they're angry at you?
No.
And why you're not surprised?
Because I drank. I drank because of when my wife passed away.
You drink because your wife passed away?
Yeah.
And what good is it doing you to drink?
Nothing.
And so I
hate it.
You hate it?
Yeah.
And how long ago did your wife expire?
9 years ago.
9 years?
Yeah.
So you plan on drinking the rest of your life?
Oh. No.
And so have they see you drunk or something? Why are they mad about that?
Well, they don't want me drinking.
And they see you drunk?
Kind of, yeah, I guess. I don't really drink in front of them, but...
Have you been drinking today?
No, not today, no.
And so what good, 9 years, what good has it done, and is it doing you to drink?
It's done absolutely nothing to me. It's done nothing but harm.
Yeah. And so why don't you give it up and go and forgive so you can be free and you won't need to drink for that reason?
I agree.
You're killing yourself. Well, evil is killing you by you not forgiving.
Yeah. So, do I need to tell my parents that, or?
Yeah. You need to go to them and, hey, mother, I've been resenting you all my life. I realize now you couldn't help yourself. I become like you. You become like your mother, man. And then you're treating your children like your father. So you're not yourself. You're them. You're not you. They couldn't help themselves. They didn't have it. And forgive your father. So don't ask for forgiveness. You apologize by realizing you're wrong for resenting him. You're playing God. And as long as you play God, you will never know God. You're going to always be miserable. Do you want to die a drunk?
No.
Do you want to die in your misery?
No.
So why don't you forgive? That's the way out.
I'm taking what you're saying to heart. I appreciate it. I'm actually going to probably do it today.
Yeah, go and don't. And if your mother or father blame you or blame someone else, don't overreact to them doing that. They are not ready to overcome their misery. But you forgive them. Don't ask for forgiveness, but apologize for resenting them. And God will forgive you, Chase, and change your whole life. He will give you love.
Amen. Amazing.
Amazing.
When's your service on Sundays?
It starts at 11 a.m. Doors open at 10:30.
Oh, I wouldn't be able to go through the doors. Is it online?
Yeah, rebuildingtheman.com/church.
Okay. All right. I didn't want to be long-winded. So
it's 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern time.
Okay. Gotcha.
But
all right,
Chase,
I appreciate it.
You need to go. I recommend you go and forgive so you can drop that bottle, and before your sons leave, apologize to them for causing them to become angry too.
I understand. Yeah, they are both angry.
Well, apologize to them so they can forgive you before they leave home. Otherwise, they're going to have the same miserable life you had.
Yeah, true. I appreciate it, and I'm taking all this in the heart. I appreciate it.
Let me know how it goes.
All right, thanks, Jesse.
You're welcome, buddy. Amazing. Forgiveness is the only thing that's going to get you into the kingdom of perfect peace while you live. And forgiveness is admitting I'm wrong for resenting you. Mother, I'm wrong for resenting you. Father, dad, whatever you call it, I'm wrong for forgiving you, for resenting you. Why don't you all do that and be free? Otherwise, Satan is your God. Isn't that amazing? Let me go to Maria out of New York. Maria, you are on the air.
Hi, Jess.
Hey,
How you
Maria.
doing, Jesse? I'm good. I just wanted to call
No woman
quick.
is good. Only God is good.
I'm well. Everything is well.
Right on.
So I just wanted to call real quick and tell you that since Charlie Kirk's wife has been on the television, talking and everything, I've had this same thing where I was seeing like a performance.
Yeah.
And I had told my friends, and I told people I know, and my mother told me that I'm judging her, and I didn't. I'm not judging,
Right.
and I'm not. I'm just saying what I see. And this was the first time I was so grateful I seen the show because this is the first time I actually heard it from you and the other lady who called. So I said, okay, so they're seeing the same thing. I'm not sure what it means, and I don't want to go down that rabbit hole of all the conspiracies of what it could do or lead to or whatever, because that's what thoughts do. They tend to lead you
Right.
down.
No, you don't need to know what it all means. You just need to see the fakeness of it, but don't judge her. She can't help it. And the
Right.
people are so emotional, caught up with her, they can't see that it's all fake.
Right, and that was amazing to me, knowing that. And it's not amazing because I could relate to it. Obviously, we all have the human experience of this emotion.
Right.
Even while I was watching her, she brought tears to my eyes. I actually cried myself. But the difference now in watching my emotions and before, I noticed, is before, if I cried, that meant it must be real. She got to my heart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, and I'm realizing now that just because it felt strong and a beautiful thing that was said and the emotion was strong and tears came to my eyes, that doesn't mean anything was real about it.
That's right, because when you're crying, you're lying.
But that was another thing, too. And then what I did notice was when she was crying, she did cry at some points. There was never tears going down the face anyway. But
I ain't seen no tears yet.
Oh, goodness, Jesse. So, yeah, but before
I've been
when
looking for the tears. I ain't seen one tear.
No, I don't know. But maybe it's because I feel she has to perform. But who knows? Because there we go. As soon as I recognize something. See, before, if I recognize something, I would go down this big rabbit hole of, oh, maybe this is happening or that's happening. And I've seen those thoughts coming up, too. You know, maybe you're trying to divide the country by making everybody follow her and all kinds of stuff, you know. So, but we don't know until it's in front of our face.
That's right.
Until it's in the present. And
Absolutely.
I'm coming to understand that now. So
amazing.
Okay. It was great to see that. One more thing. I don't like that Trump said what he said.
What did he say?
He said that we shouldn't, he doesn't forgive his enemies or something like that.
No,
right?
he said, what did he say, James?
He said he hates his opponents and does not wish the best for them.
I hate my opponent.
And he doesn't
And I
wish
don't
them well.
want the best for them. I'm sorry. I am sorry, Erika. But now Erika can talk to me and the whole group, and maybe they can convince me that that's not right, but I can't stand my opponent.
What do you don't like about that?
It. He's funny, but it's because he's a leader, and and people are going to follow that, and they could cause a division in the country worse than there already is.
How can it get any worse?
Fighting, civil war.
They're already doing that.
There's already a spiritual war, yeah.
It's
Well,
a physical battle is happening. Look at the people that they're killing.
Right, they killed Charlie. I know.
So it's
So
already
started.
happening.
But it's gonna. But that statement's not making peace.
What?
And I'm not saying he's got to be perfect. He's not perfect. Nobody is.
You said, but that statement is not doing what?
Making peace.
How do you make peace with your enemy?
You wish them well.
But how do you make peace with them, though?
But if you wish them well, everybody else will wish them well.
No.
He's a leader.
But wishing your enemy well doesn't mean you want peace with them.
Well, if you wish them well, then you don't want to fight anybody.
Well, you don't have to fight them, but you still don't want to make peace with your enemy.
Well, making peace means you're not going to fight. That's what making peace is.
Well, he's not saying he's going to fight. He fights to protect, but he just said he doesn't want to make peace with his enemy.
Okay, but he's not wishing them well.
Yes, he is.
He said he doesn't wish them well.
Right, but not the way you mean it. Well, the way you're thinking of it.
I don't know, Justin. We could agree to disagree on this one because he's not perfect. Yeah. I mean, I love Trump. I think he's
and why
great.
do you
but I
say
don't
he's
think...
not perfect?
Nobody's perfect.
Well, why do you say Trump is not perfect?
Because he's a human being, and I don't know if he's forgiven his mother or not.
What's imperfect about Trump?
I'm not judging him. I'm going to show them. It's what I see.
I know, but what is imperfect about him?
Certain things he says, for example, like that. That's all. I could be wrong. We don't know if he's forgiven his mother.
But so why not leave it as you don't know then?
I don't know.
Right.
I don't like what he said, though.
But why not?
But it's not him saying it. It could be his thoughts in the moment.
But you don't know what he mean by that, though.
What could you mean by that?
You don't know what he means.
We don't know what he said.
Right. I don't know, and you don't know what he mean by that. So why make a decision for or against when you don't really know what he meant by that?
Because I feel like, Jesse, we have to be able to see what we see and criticize things too sometimes.
Right, but you don't know what he meant about it, so you're making a decision about it without understanding what he meant about it.
He's saying he doesn't let his enemies get away with things, which is a good, strong thing to say as leader as well, because you don't want to look like, oh, I'm going to let everybody walk all over me. So maybe it could be that.
Right.
But,
So
yeah.
why not just leave it as a blank space? You don't know exactly what he meant about it.
Okay, but it's a Christian nation, and Christians are supposed to forgive their enemy.
I understand.
So
God.
yeah, we'll see.
All
We'll see
right.
going forward, right?
That's right. We will see.
Okay, Jesse. I'll talk to you again.
It's good to hear from you.
You too. Bye.
Thanks. Bye now. Let me go to first-time caller, Zach, out of North Carolina. Zach, you are on the air.
Hey, Jesse.
Hey, Zach.
I was just calling because I'm in a situation where I have a son who's 7, who I've never met, and for the last 2 years I've been in a relationship, and I was engaged to this second woman, and recently I've broken up with her, and I'm very torn as to whether or not I'm doing the right thing, because I really want to be with her, but just having a son that I've never met, and now I'm about to meet him soon, in a week or so, it just seems like even mentally, the idea of having a fiance and having a different woman that I already have a son with is like impossible to hold in my mind at the same time. You know what I mean?
So why are you breaking up with the fiance? Why are you breaking up with her?
Well, there's a few reasons from different angles. One of the reasons is because I feel that she's expressed that she thinks that she's afraid that in the long term she won't be happy with me because she'll feel like this other woman is in the picture. And lately, now that woman is kind of re-entering the picture, I kind of see also that I kind of see it the same way. Like, she's always my fiance, if she becomes my wife, she'll always resent me for having this interacting with my son's mother, even if she doesn't want to resent me. I feel like she's already shown signs of resentment and getting back at me.
And did you know about your son before you got involved with her?
I did. And another thing that I did wrong was in the beginning of my relationship with the second woman, I said I did not have a son, and I rationalized it in my mind because I was thinking, because I never met him and I had tried multiple times and it would never work out, and he was living in another country with his mom, I thought I gave up on that, and I thought I may never see them, so I considered it like as if my son just was like adopted by another family that I don't know, and so I started the relationship off with a lie, and then eventually I told her the truth, and she was she stuck with me for another year or more, and it looked like I think she would have tried to stick with me through an entire marriage and everything, but I just feel like I've already seen signs of her kind of getting back at me and covertly punishing me for things. And she always brings up that lie I told in the beginning. Whenever something else comes up, she always brings up the lie.
And give me an example how she's trying to punish you.
She'll just be like, she'll withhold her affection or she'll be cold, give me the cold shoulder, or recently, like something very odd. I'm not sure if this is punishment, but like she wanted to join or do like a welding class. And just given her and my mentality and understanding of things, it's just we both know that that's a very odd thing for her to want to do as a woman. And also the fact that she'll be in a class just with a bunch of strapping lads, like she knows how she would feel if I entered a ballet class or something. So I just feel clearly like it's a tit for tat type of thing.
And how do you know you're going to see your son soon?
Because the mother of my son recently got back in contact with me. She moved back to America. She's a citizen, and so is he, my son. But because I met her in America, but so she came back and she emailed me, and so we started talking about that again.
And
nothing romantic.
How are you going to handle her when she starts playing games on you? Because if she's already kept you from your son, and now she's back, she's up to something no good too. How will you deal with that?
Well, I figure that my best chance is to just try to do the right thing from where I am, and I basically what I'm conflicted about is if it's the right thing, this mentality that I have that I'm not going to be able to have a relationship with the fiancée, and like I doomed it from the start. Yeah.
And so your question for me is what?
Do you think that, is it clear to you that breaking up with my fiancée was the right thing to do?
Yes.
Or, okay, that's really what I was wondering, because I keep feeling, really sad and missing her and thinking like, am I throwing something away?
What's wrong with you that you feel anything that a person is out of your life? What's wrong with you? That's not normal. That's a sign of something being wrong with you. Why do you feel anything about that?
Well, because I feel like we built, a relationship and we were always, there for each other. And it's just I feel like I'm abandoning her. I feel like I'm going back on promises
But
I've
you
made.
already
or
see the trouble to come in dealing with her. She's already showing you nothing but trouble, and it's going to get worse. But why do you have to feel anything, feeling things like that? Why did you make her your God?
Well, originally, I mean, honestly, it's just like every man. I mean, I was driven to get a new relationship because I was lonely, and then making that new relationship, it became more than what I originally expected. It became, a beautiful thing, and I'll still think it, was one of the most beautiful times of my life with her.
But it wasn't real. It wasn't beautiful, and it wasn't real. That's why it's not working now, because it was never real. It's always been fake.
Yeah. Well, and honestly, it's not the emotions I was having the most trouble with. It was just I felt like I couldn't even see clearly because I had so many conflicting feelings. Like just the mere information of what is happening.
Well,
in my
why
life.
not overcome that though? That means something is wrong with you. That's not normal for a human being to feel that way. You're not supposed to feel anything when someone leave your life or enter your life. Can you hold for a minute?
Yeah, I can.
Let me take a break. Hate news is coming up. 1 more hour to go. Back in a moment. Steve, thank you for calling and thanks for holding. How have you been helped by the show?
I'm going to tell you this. I believe you might go down in history as one of the greatest, if not the greatest, black man that ever lived on planet Earth, as far as I'm concerned. I don't know anybody before you that's been that great. Freeing the slaves is one thing, but you've been freeing people of their mind, which matters, it should be anyhow, to you more than anything else, because with the mind not being right, there ain't nothing else going to happen right anyway.
If you can doubt every thought because you're not your thoughts, if you can doubt every thought, knowing that you're not your thoughts, you don't create them, they're not from God, that they're from the deceiver, the great deceiver, Satan. If you can doubt every thought, you can be free, just like that. At an instant, bring every thought into captivity. It's so amazing.
Immigration, our greatest president, Trump, is charging, I think, $100,000 to get an H-1B visa. So cool. You guys were all scared that Trump is all pro H-1B. He is, but for the right price. And the price is right, maybe. And a bunch of liberal countries are recognizing Palestine. A bunch of liberal countries that I don't recognize anymore. England is no longer England. And more, and so on and so forth. And there was a tiger that killed an Oklahoma tiger trainer. And that tiger might have been linked to Tiger King, whatever that is. I don't know. And that's terrible, huh? In Oklahoma. And TikTok deal is coming in days, they say, between China and the United States. Or TikTok, anyway. And there's this Pakistani dating show that's all controversial. And there's like an iPhone or something like that, 17 something or other, 2 terabyte Pro Max is like $2,000, but very expensive, huh? And there's stuff that's even more expensive than that from other phone type things, I think. And there was this so-called gun violence quote from a wedding DJ, Michael Homewood. It's the lottery you don't want to win in America. I don't mind the quote, except he said, in America, as if you don't suffer from terror attacks all over the world. This guy was working at a New Hampshire country club Saturday when a so-called gunman, I call them gun male, opened fire, because he's not a man, opened fire in the next room. According to CNN affiliate WHDH, the shooting left one person dead and at least 6 others injured. So said officials. And that's New Hampshire. It doesn't sound like a very black place. You know, they tend to do more mass shootings per capita. But anyway, terrible. This is the end of hour 2 already of the Jesse Lee Peterson Show. It is Female Monday. Everybody loves Mondays. The lines are full. It's September 22nd, 2025 AD, by the way. JLP will be right back for hour 3. It is Hake News, not fake news. After the Jesse Lee Peterson Show, the Hake Report. And then American Anchor Baby, all right? So catch those shows if you so please. Meteorologists, I was telling you last hour, were warning about the life-threatening conditions after Super Typhoon Ragasa, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, or even if I'm not, rapidly intensified over the Philippine Sea and reached sustained winds of over 165 miles an hour, the equivalent of a Category 3 hurricane. Tens of millions of people could be impacted by that storm, Ragasa, and it's expected to unleash torrential rain on the Philippines today, if it hasn't already. Maybe it has. Before heading toward major cities of Hong Kong and Macau, mainland China's Guangdong province, in the coming days. So watch out, Asians. And immigration, meanwhile, in America, President Trump recently announced he's raising the annual fee. Wow, an annual fee for H-1B visa applicants from $215, a measly $215, to a massive, impressive $100,000, potentially dealing a major blow to some U.S. industries that relied on so-called skilled foreign workers. Marks the latest in a series of efforts by the administration to crack down on immigration and place sharp new limits on the types of foreigners allowed into the country. The hefty fee took effect Sunday midnight. It'll incentivize companies that hire American workers, so said Trump. Also over the weekend, California became the first state to ban most law enforcement officers, including ICE, from covering their faces during operations. They want to dox ICE. Sickos. Antifa state, basically, sounds like to me. The ban is a direct response to recent immigration raids in L.A., where federal agents wore masks while making mass arrests, they say. It's unclear how or whether the state can enforce the ban on federal agents. And so keep on keeping on, beautiful ICE. We love you. We're pulling for you. In California, we love you. We're pulling for you, too. Or maybe we hate you, as Trump said. We're kidding around. And so a whole bunch of white countries are recognizing Palestine as a country while surrendering their own countries. I'm James Hake. Now back to JLP, Hour 3.
to stand up strong, think the truth about themselves, to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up, stand up.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I am Jesse Lee Peterson. Welcome to the third hour of the show. You can get involved by calling 888-7753-773, 888-77-JESSE. And my biblical question, what should happen? What would happen if you never thought about yourself again? What would happen if you never thought about yourself again? You just totally forget about yourself. What would happen? Amazing question. We have every way that you can watch and support the show listed on jesseleepeterson.com/show, jesseleepeterson.com/show. And if you're running around and you just can't sit and watch the show, yes, you can podcast. But we are heard around the world by everybody and they mama if you're black. Everybody and their mama if you're white. And so different time zone for different people. You can listen to the show on your phone, no matter what you're doing and where you are. If you can't sit and watch it, you can podcast. By calling the listen line on Talk Stream Live at 605-615-4131. 605-615-4131. And to donate and have your comments read out loud, go to Buy Me a Coffee. BuyMeACoffee.com/JLP Talk or Bond JLP Cash App. Bond JLP Cash App is Monday. It's the third hour of the show on Monday. And every Monday is, and we take all calls, but it is Female Monday. All my life, I had to fight.
I like to make men uncomfortable.
All my life I had to fight.
Let women take over.
Some of us believe that women are getting paid less than men.
I proudly say I'm a feminist. Thank you.
Deep in their soul, they want to be home with those babies. We've been lied to for so long.
A spiritual battle, a warfare between good and evil. I'm going to go quickly back to first time caller Zach out of North Carolina. And Zach is breaking up with a fiancée, his son coming back home from overseas. He's finally going to see a son that he's never seen. And he's torn between two lovers. Zach.
Yes, sir.
Why are you so emotional?
I really don't know. It really feels like physical more than mental because, I mean, I'm very aware that I shouldn't be emotional. But when it happens, I just feel like physically I feel it so strong. It's like a physical pain, you know, like as if I'm sick or something. And the goal the way that I handle it usually is that I wait till I can see clearly of what to do, because I know that usually those emotions come up because I'm neglecting to do something that I should do. So once I can see clearly, then I know what the right thing to do is. But lately, I just feel more like I've made a series of mistakes that have put me in a place where left is wrong and right is wrong and forward is wrong, and it's like there's no way I have to pick the least of the least, sinful option. And I really like hit like a kind of rock bottom recently, and I just realized that it's like I feel all my options leave me with a lack of feeling secure about it. I mean, I do feel much better having heard you say that I did do the right thing by not basically starting a second family, because that's what I was, going toward with the fiancée.
Why have this woman with your son? Why haven't she allowed you to see your son?
Well, it was just like in the beginning, she moved to the other country before he was born, before she knew she was pregnant, although we both suspected that she was pregnant. And then at that point, it was just me simultaneously trying to get my life started and take care of myself, and also just get her to come back to either visit or live with me. And every time we would plan for her to come back, by the time we were ready for it to happen, she would cancel it for one reason or another, or just say it's not a good time yet. And eventually, like I gave up on it mentally. Like, maybe it's a totally wrong thing to do, but that's what I did. I kind of just told myself, like, I have literally no control over it right now, so I have to just focus on my life, which is what I was focused on for the last few years until I finally got, a good job. And now I'm definitely in the position to be in his life, and that is what I want more
Did she get
than
married?
anything.
Does she have other children?
Not that I'm aware of, although I have heard a rumor about her having another child, but I think it was just a rumor. But
is she married?
I don't want. She's not married, and I'm not trying to be with her like in a relationship per se.
But you're so emotionally weak that she's gonna play a game, or she's gonna use your son against you. She's gonna play you with your son because you're so weak. She's gonna take your money and she's gonna play you.
Well, I expect that something like that will happen, and I have to be aware that is attempting to happen. But I still, am I right that the best choices I can make at this point is to be single and to still meet him? And
yeah, you can meet him, absolutely, but I would advise you to overcome your emotions, because you're going to be played because you're so emotional. And this woman that's coming with your son, she's going to play you even worse than the woman you're leaving, because you want your son, and she's going to use that against you. Why don't you overcome your mother?
Well, I do. I have forgiven her.
You told her?
I did.
And what did you say to her?
It was about 3 years ago, and I sat down with her and I said that it's come to my awareness that I have been I've been affected by things my mom, you've said about my dad over the years. Things like putting him down and making him look like a fool or something, which I realized has changed my self-identity to where I feel, I've felt those qualities on myself, and I realized that they're from her describing my dad that way. And she accepted basically all of that, although she kind of did, added a caveat where it's like she was like, I don't think it happened exactly the way you're remembering it, but she said, I respect you for saying that. And so she accepted my apology. She didn't forgive me back or anything underhandedly,
So did you told her you forgive her for what she done to you?
Yeah, and that I had resentment against it, and I told her that I was done with that resentment. because I could see that why it was there, and that she never meant.
And did you forgive your father for not protecting you from her?
I did. I didn't phrase it exactly like that. I said that. Well, originally, for the longest time, when I forgave her, I did not forgive my dad because I felt like I didn't need to forgive my dad because I always loved my dad.
Right.
But I still, so after a few years of having forgiven my mom, I was still, facing hard emotions, even though I was aware that they were not me. And so when at some point I thought maybe I do need to forgive my dad. So I called him and I told him that same thing, just that I had resentment about him not being there. And it was a little less specific because that forgiveness wasn't as, or I'm not sure how much resentment I had against him because,
right.
Most
adult children don't resent their father, the boys and the girls, adults. They yearn for their fathers. They don't resent them. So I understand what you mean.
Yeah.
So let me ask, because of time, are you doing the silent prayer?
Well, I do it all the time, but I don't do like a session. Like I don't sit down and close my eyes for a certain amount of minutes. I just constantly, I'm always coming back to myself and seeing my thoughts from a vantage point where I'm not in my thoughts.
And why don't you sit down sometime in the morning when you first wake up? And at night, why don't you sit and do it then?
I guess partially because I got to a point where I didn't have full faith or full belief that that's what I had to do. And then also, there's always like something pressing, like have to get to work or whatever. Not that that's an excuse, but.
So you put work before seeking what's right?
Yeah, or I stopped believing that I had to do the silent prayer in that way.
And why do you let the devil deceive you in that way?
Because I was already living on other lies, so it was easy to lie to myself. It's easy to just allow, a false model of reality to just take the place of actual reality. If you can position yourself where the falsehoods are not having any active consequences in the moment,
And so why don't you go back to doing it?
Well, I'll go back after this conversation, and also, having broken up with my fiancée and about to meet my son. I mean, I feel, or I can just see that my world is just transforming. So, and I've really seen that the cause of all the downfall has been me not putting what is right first.
Absolutely. And it's only going to get worse if you don't put what is right first. You're about to get played by this woman with your child.
Yeah. I will put what's right first.
Do you know that it's abnormal for you to be feeling anything about a breakup? Or do you think that's normal?
No, I know it's completely due to my having, sin still has its effects in me. And
what's the sin that has affected you?
Well, I mean, I've been dishonest and manipulated my life in a way to get results that I want now, and I've sacrificed making the more wise and correct decisions. And naturally, now it's like I kind of been seeing recently that the life I'm living is like a fake structure that there's only a matter of time before I see that like this building I'm in has been built like not to code. It's like I've cut corners because by being dishonest.
So all you got to do now then is go back to the silent prayer, watch those thoughts, and know that all thoughts are all lies all the time so that you can overcome them. They will be taken away from you. But if you don't submit to the light, if you don't practice being present, then the light can't help you. And the light is not going to help you unless you do what the light tells you to do. And it's not going to change its mind or it's not going to do something different just because you're refusing to follow the light. It'll just let you suffer.
Yep. Well, I'm going to stop putting my wanting to feel good as my compass, because that's what I've been doing.
Yeah, you don't want to feel good. You want peace. Feel good is just another false temporary pleasure, thrill, but it doesn't last. Peace lasts forever.
Yeah. I see that.
And one last thing, do you still deal with that woman that you left? Are you done with her?
Yeah. I mean, I haven't blocked her or anything, but I told her that it's not going to work out, that I've, due to my own actions, the relationship is just on too bad of footing now, and it's not right for me.
Well,
and
is she what?
Just a few days has gone by, and we've not communicated, so I think it's, I don't plan to text her again.
I want you to know, in closing, the fact that you feel anything about not being with her, or anyone really, it's a sign that something is wrong with you. It's abnormal. It means something's wrong with you when you feel anything about somebody being in your life or not being in your life, or something being in your life or not. That's an abnormal state of being. You're not supposed to feel anything when people come and go in and out of your life. That means something wrong with you.
Right. So I just need to do the silent prayer.
And watch those thoughts. Practice being present. Stop calling them you so that old nature can disappear.
Okay. I'm going to do that. I feel like I can see pretty clearly ahead, so I'll do that, and I'll call you back and let you know how it's going.
Absolutely. I wish you well.
All right. I wish you well. Thank you very much, Jesse.
All right, buddy. 888-7753-773. Super chat as soon as, get here. Let me go to KASEY out of Massachusetts. KASEY, you are on the air.
Hi, Jesse.
Hey, KASEY.
I did speak to you on your birthday, and today is my birthday, so it seems fitting.
That's amazing. Happy birthday.
Thank you. So I have counseled with you over a year ago, which was amazing.
We have the best counseling service on this side of heaven.
There you go. I want to get that in for you. So I had asked you back in May about forgiving my sisters for them mothering me. And then after I hung up, I realized that they were doing the best that they could with how they were. I mean, we all have the same evil spirits. But so I'm not sure exactly what my question is, but I came to realize that I still have thoughts. Both of my parents have been gone. I forgave them since they've been gone, and it's been so much better. I was so attached to my mother. You had made an announcement on the air saying that you talked to somebody that thought she was tight with her mama, and I was listening that day. But I've realized that maybe I'm still holding on to my 5 sisters because they have the same demons my mother put upon us. And just listening to the last caller, if I feel anything, there's something wrong with me. And I don't know that I'm feeling anything. I usually see the feelings or recognize that it's not me. But I'm just wondering, my question, I guess, is, am I trying to hold on to my sisters because I truly haven't forgiven my mother?
Are you trying to hold on to them?
You know what? I might be. I like, today's my birthday. They're all wishing me birthday wishes and calling me, and I haven't spoken to any of them. But you know, there's weddings coming up, and I don't know. I'm having. It still feels like I'm having difficulty realizing that as much as I know I can't help them, of myself I can do nothing. I can just go about what I'm doing. And I've already noticed in my life that I'm living now that they've shot some daggers at me, you know, and I just realize it's not them and not really make comments. So I don't know if I'm not letting them go, if I'm trying to hold on to them, if it has anything to do with not fully forgiving my mother. Are these thoughts just not mine, trying to torture me?
Your question is what for me?
I'm trying to figure out what the question is exactly, other than if I think I want to call my sister, that's just to say hi. I usually have an ick as I'm talking to them, or after I hang up, why did I call them? Like I'm not sure if I haven't fully forgiven my mother because she still pops in. It doesn't like affect me, but it's still enough where it's like, oh God, enough with the thoughts. I'm done.
And because of time, your question is what?
I'm sorry, Jesse. I'm not exactly sure how to phrase. I know I don't need to forgive my sisters, but I see the evil in them, and I guess I really don't want to be a part of their life anymore. I'm almost hoping that they get upset with me because I think I can't sever. It's like I can't sever the relationship.
So why can't you? Oh yeah, why can't you? If you don't want to be with them, why don't you stop?
I'm not sure what that fear is. I'm not sure.
Are you doing the silent prayer every morning and night?
Yes, every morning and every night.
So why are you still believing your thoughts then?
I don't catch all of them, and some of them last a little bit longer before I realize I'm in my thoughts.
So why don't you start catching your thoughts, stop obeying them, and see what happens? You'll be free, and you won't have to make a decision about your sisters or anyone or anything.
I mean, you're right.
No, that was a question.
Oh, God. Are you going to make a shirt that says that? I need it.
Yes.
I guess I'm perfect. Okay. And one of my sisters is a lesbian. Do you recommend I go to that wedding? I mean, if I want to go, I'll go, but I don't think I want to.
If you want to go, go. If you don't, don't. But don't judge her.
Right. Okay. Thank you, Jesse. If I know I have no love to give, but if I did, I would have some for you.
Stay out of the imagination. You're still too involved in thought. You think that they're your own. You don't realize yet that they're evil and they're not your own. All thoughts are all lies all the time about anything. And as long as you believe them, you're worshiping the devil. You and the devil are one.
Crap. Okay.
So just stop believing them. Watch them. Do nothing about it. Don't argue with them. Don't call them you. Just be aware. And the light will destroy the darkness. It's the light that allows you to see them.
Right. And I know that I still find myself saying, oh, you didn't catch it, and then getting mad, and then saying, that wasn't you, and then...
Who are you getting mad at?
Nobody.
So why you get mad then?
Maybe not mad isn't the word, but it's all mad. Yeah, it's still.
You're doing the worst possible thing you could do to your life when you get angry, period. And especially get angry at yourself, but you shouldn't get angry at anyone about anything, but especially at yourself, because all you're doing is creating another false self. And now you got to try to overcome that. There's no you to get mad at.
Okay. So should I do the silent prayer every morning, every night, and I'm trying to figure out, and that's my problem, why I'm not further along, and every thought I have, I hear your voice saying, it doesn't matter how long it takes. Don't worry about how long it takes.
When you say, and stay close to your phone, but when you say you're not, you should be further along. Along where?
I guess, less thoughts, less kind of ick every once in a while, or the anxiety, or it's like I have too many demons in me.
Everybody have a truckload of demons.
Yeah.
And you're fortunate that you see them, but don't call them you. Don't be frustrated. Don't worry about how long it's going to take, or this is too painful. At least you're overcoming the demon rather than taking them on, where most people are taking on demons and they're getting a lot of false thrill, but they're miserable.
Right.
I'd rather be overcoming them than to getting closer to them and getting worse.
Right. So what I'm not doing is I'm not watching, I'm taking it.
Yeah, just watch.
On.
Yeah, just watch them and do nothing about them. Don't argue with them. Don't call them you. And let the light do the work for you. Christ is trying to help you, but you won't let him because you keep getting in the way thinking that you can do something.
I'm just going to keep doing what I've been doing.
Absolutely. You stay with it, stay with it, stay with it, because the demons inside of you, they want you to give up. They want you to stop so they can continue to live in you. But you watch them and go about your day and don't believe them, take the pain or not believe in them, and you'll be fine. And then the pain you feel won't be you. It'll be them feeling the pain, but it feels like it's you because it's in your body, but it's not you. You're not your body, and you're not the pain that's in the body, and you're not your thoughts.
And I've heard you say that 1,000 times, and yet I'm just going to keep going. Okay, so I need to take my focus off of my sisters, worrying about whether they're in or out of my life, concentrate on staying present.
Right. Don't give your sisters one iota of a thought. Okay. Let them live their life, you live yours.
Okay. Thank you, Jesse.
And happy birthday. Amazing.
Thanks, Jesse. Have a great day.
You too. I got to take a quick break. The Treasure Chest is now open on DLive and scratch off on pure.net. Back in a moment. I noticed after a while that when these guys overcome their anger, they have amazing ideas about starting a business, but because they've been told that if you don't get along from the bank, or if you don't have a 5-year plan, or if you don't do this, and it's just simply not true, it's the first step. With faith, then all things are possible. So, but the most important thing is to return to the Father. That yearning that you have, that emptiness, that void, is not for more stuff. It's not for more friends. It is a return to the Father, because there's no way you can return to God and be angry at your earthly father. So thank you all so much, right? People around the world donated to Bond at rebuildingtheman.com, or they call 800-411-2663, and we're still committed to pointing the right way for men and women to return to the Father. Okay, folks, welcome back. The Hake Report. Hake Report is coming up at the top of this hour. You don't want to miss it. The guy with the good hair, he's white and he's on fire. And then the American anchor baby. Energy given to him by God. Energy all over the place. At 11 a.m., right after the Hake Report, from 11 to 1 p.m. Pacific time. Amazing, huh? Don't forget to support us. Go to rebuildingtheman.com/donate, rebuildingtheman.com/donate, or call 800-411-BOND, 800-411-2663. All right? I do appreciate it, and thank you all for already helping us to help others. I want to go to Red. Is it ready? Ready? Red. And then tell Hate to come. Let's do the super chat there. Let me go to Red, a first-time caller out of California. Red, you are on the air.
What's going on, my white brother? How you doing?
All is well, Red.
Hey, man, let me tell you something, Jesse. I ran across you on Dr. Rich's show on Undisputable when he kicked you off the show. So I guess what he said, he was talking all that foolishness. I want to ask you a few questions there, brother. I watched a few of your videos, and, man, you running wild with this black thing, man. What's up with that, brother?
When you say running wild with the black thing, what do you mean?
I mean, you keep putting down all our black brothers and all our black institutions like we ain't never been nothing in this world. We haven't contributed nothing in this world.
Give me an example of what you mean. Give me an example of what you mean.
But what I mean by this is, why did y'all come to Africa and get us?
Come back to your phone. Come back to your phone, Red.
I'm at my phone now.
Okay.
Why did the white man need us to come over here?
They didn't.
Why did they bring us over?
They didn't bring you
keep
over.
us over here.
Why
did they keep us over here for all those years?
The Arab brought the blacks here, and
No.
The Arab would have brought the blacks from the other blacks in Africa. And the blacks in Africa sold the blacks to the Arabs, and the Arabs transferred the blacks across the world.
I don't believe that.
Why don't you believe that?
Because according to the Congressional Library, the first slave was brought over here in 1555 by a guy named Hawkins, John Hawkins. He was a ruthless white man. He was a villain.
But why don't you want to believe that the Arabs are the one that sold you into slavery?
Arab was on the north side of Africa.
So you don't want to know the truth about that?
No, John Hawkins was on the south.
You'd rather believe that?
Well, neither here or there. Why did y'all keep us in slavery for so long that we wasn't no good for y'all?
But you were good. You were good workers.
So that's why y'all kept us, right?
Yeah, and then there were other black people who owned slaves too, and you were good workers for them as well.
So how many years did y'all keep us over here in slavery?
I don't understand that question.
How many years were we destitute?
Were you enslaved?
No, I'm talking about
when you
my
say
ancestors.
we, who are you
I'm a
talking
direct
about?
descendant. I'm a direct descendant. You're a direct descendant of all those people who's on those plantations.
No, I'm not.
All of us were.
I am not.
Okay. Well, you can be
Were
in it
you
now.
ever a
but
slave?
You do have a white spirit. You do have a white spirit, and I respect
Red,
that.
were you ever enslaved?
Yes, I have been enslaved.
And who enslaved you?
Many white people. Everybody, every white job I ever went on, I was enslaved. Every white job.
So why did you take the job then?
Well, I took the job because I needed the money.
And so,
I mean, come on, see, Jesse, what you don't understand is this right here, Jesse.
Red, how were you enslaved if
Jesse,
you were? You went and
Jesse, you're not going to talk over me, Jesse.
You applied for the job, and then they paid you. How were you enslaved?
Okay, Jesse, this is how it worked, Jesse. When these white people got hold of all this money, they didn't come over here with money when they come over here and took this land from the Indians. They came over here and we made money for them. They created wealth, and with wealth you get to dictate. Anybody can do what you saying these white folks doing with all this money they got. Anybody can do that. So you just beating the drum that we done already been down this road. These white people get all this money. They didn't come over here with this money. Most of those
are you saying the blacks with a
most
lot
of
of
those
money?
people who come over here from England.
Are
most
you
of those
saying
people
that
come
the
over here from
blacks
England.
and money?
They were slaves themselves. They were Slavic. They were Slavic people who come over here.
Don't try to talk
man,
over me.
You just telling all these lies, man. Come on, man.
Thank you, Red. Super chat. Super
chats. John, a very generous super chat yesterday during church with Jesse Lee Peterson on the Bond YouTube channel. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, John. Amazing.
Triple T, let's keep this a secret.
Thank you.
Because you're supposed to give in secret.
Amazing. Thank you.
Todd, if we can't choose to do wrong, how can we choose to do right?
And you can't. Of yourself, you could do nothing. And the fact that all people think they can, is difficult for them to live. You can't choose right and you can't choose wrong. You have to know that you're wrong in order for right to happen, but you can't choose right. Go ahead. Thank you.
Peter 80, thank you, Jesse, and the team for the best fellowship on this side of heaven. Amazing.
Amazing
Thumbs
fellowship. Check it out, rebuildingtheman.com/church.
SOBC, that's KT from Maryland.
Hey, KT from Maryland.
Just a small donation to keep the fellowship going.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, KT. Nice to hear from you.
Yeah, thank you.
Amp Hands, 5 subscriptions on Jesse Lee Peterson Rumble. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Amazing.
Aries 1 with no message.
Thank you.
Thank you, Aries 1. Todd, also no message, but a sticker of a guy with a baseball cap backwards with a yellow heart in his hands.
Amazing. Thank you.
Nick says, after forgiving my mother and father and waking up, it's absolutely crazy to me how stupid people really are. Everyone is dumb as rocks without the father, he says.
Because they're asleep and don't know it. Forgive them. They know not what they do. Amazing.
Eric, 5 coffees, quote, in God, there is no thinking. From JLP.
That's right. It's knowing, it's not a thinking. Amazing.
Nikki, 5 coffees. Sometimes the devil will try to deceive you into thinking you're not present. It'll whisper, this isn't it. Or, I need to try harder and figure out the mechanism. Catch that thought and you're free, says Nikki.
Amazing. Thank you, Nikki. Amazing.
A very generous 10 coffees from Eric in response to the biblical question, what would happen if you never thought about yourself again?
Yes.
I would have no identity. Objective perception eliminates all suffering. Perfect peace, present, conscious truth, reality. And he goes on and on and on.
Thank you. I put my 2 cents in on Sunday.
Check it out. Eric Harlan. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Eric.
Lori bought a coffee. Thanks for the beautiful fellowship. I liked when you said it's God's love that wakes you up and saves you, not the suffering. Amen to that.
Yeah, I don't know why people think suffering wakes you up. It's love that wakes you up, not suffering. Suffering keeps you asleep. Amazing. Thank you.
Lori bought another coffee. BQ answer. What would happen?
What would happen if you never thought about yourself again?
I would truly be present and life would be so easy with untouchable peace. The core of every thought is the ego self and it is a lie. Thanks, Jesse.
Thank you. Amazing.
Jermaine, hi, Jesse, Hake, Nick, Derek, Bill, and the rest of the crew. Good morning. Did y'all get a chance to listen to Charlie Kirk's wife's funeral speech? What a mess. Not to speak of the ill of the dead, but Charlie married an evil woman, says Jermaine. She was the one in control, he says. Whole speech about her. And even turned it into a Turning Point promo. And on he goes.
Well, I didn't see it, so I don't know. Thank you.
Thank you, Jermaine, for the coffee.
Yeah.
Jamil, you said that Jesus came and took on our suffering and hell, so why do we have to go through the same thing? Why do we have to go through hell to get to heaven? Asked Jamil.
He's asking me that?
Yeah.
What he's asking?
Why do you have to go through the same thing Jesus went through if Jesus came and took our suffering?
Because he took away your suffering, but you still have to die from the false self, the ego nature, which is evil, and which is of your father, the devil. Amazing. So that you can find you again. Amazing. Thank you.
Another from Jamil. Great church. I'm always grateful. It's like drinking from the fountain of life every Sunday. One question is, how do I start doing the assignment this week? What is step one?
Step one is to find out what will happen if you never thought about yourself again. Step one.
A very generous
Thank you.
Cash app from Kevin. Blessings.
Thank you. Amazing.
Anthony on Cash App. Moon Day Monday on the JLP show.
Rainy days and Mondays always build me up.
Jason entirely disagrees with you about there's no difference between believers and non-believers. The whole point of the new creation is we're given a new heart. We go from one heart of stone to one of spiritual flesh. Believers are not wicked, he says, and he goes on.
Show me a believer that's not wicked and I eat my hat. Amazing. Thank you.
Vibes Not Dev. Welcome, JLP show member. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Matt, 1776 on pilled.net. I think he might be the Pilled owner or something.
Thank you.
Getting my day flowing. Jesse Lee Peterson.
Amazing. Thank you. On pure.net.
Lin Yun Chin says LGH. That's Lord Goodhair. That's me. Eat spicy food. Can you sense that ginger force disturbance? There are Jesus particles from Africa right now. Jesus particles from Africa.
From Africa. I see it now from Africa. Thank you.
3:30. Heo knows. You are only the second pastor in my life. This is on pilled.net. With such a biblical mind and outlook. Thank you for your ministry, and may the Lord watch over you, Jesse Lee Peterson.
Thank you, and thanks for supporting it. I appreciate it.
Cornerstone on Cash App. Christians divided by race. What a mess.
What a mess. Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, Cornerstone Media. Jamil with yet another... Oh, yeah, thank you, Jamil. I already read about that. Nikki bought a coffee answering the biblical question.
What would happen if you never thought about yourself again?
I'd abide permanently in my eternal home, says she.
Eternal life through Jesus Christ. God is not willing that anyone should perish, but he wants every man to be free today. Hallelujah. Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you for that.
I'll put my 2 cents in on Sunday.
Don bought a coffee. Charlie Kirk's widow forgave Charlie's murderer. All I have to say is when she's crying.
She's lying. Oh, amazing. Thank you.
No more thoughts on last week's BQ saying there is no difference between a believer and non-believer.
Yeah.
Only different tactics to spread the same evil.
I rest my case. Thank you.
Another 10 coffees from Eric. Last week's BQ. What's the difference between a believer and non-believer?
Yes.
No difference between a believer and non-believer. Both are evil, lost in thought, playing God. I don't believe or disbelieve. I know I'm not in control. Acceptance of what is.
Right on. Stay with it. Stay with it. Stay with it. Amazing.
Felix says amazing.
Amazing. What the?
5 coffee.
What a mess. Thank you.
5 coffees from Prom. Hey, Jesse, can you explain the importance in knowing that Jesus is the Son of God and not God himself? Thank you for all that you do.
Because if you stop at Jesus, that's it. You would never know God. You know the Son, but you won't know the Father. You want to know the Father, so through the Son, with the information he brought, it takes you back to the Father. What? Jesus came so that you might believe in the Father. Amazing. Thank you.
Stephen, what an awesome group of guys in there. You, if you black, and there, if you're white. Oh, there if you black, and there if you white. Thank you, Stephen.
Thank you.
Took me a second.
Oh, amazing. Thank you.
Mason, forgiveness doesn't look like Erika's speech. If she forgave, she would not feel one way or the other. When she's crying, she's lying.
Amazing. Thank you.
Kale, assignment suggestion. Don't talk about God for 1 week, says Kale. Suggests Kale.
What?
He has an assignment suggestion, a suggestion for an assignment in the future.
Thank you. Oh, amazing. I appreciate that.
Nazulia with a diamond on D Live. Does Jesse love speakerphone callers?
No. No. We can't understand it. We tell people don't call on us when you come on the show. Don't be on the speaker or the Bluetooth, and they go totally against it. I don't know what they expect to happen, but God bless them. Amazing. Thank you.
Nick LaBoy. Morning. I felt the same way about Charlie's wife. It seemed fake and forced tears for pity. She forgave the killer publicly to get her prize of thrills from the crowd. Lord have mercy.
I'm telling you.
And calling Charlie baby, facepalm, manly facepalm. May Charlie rest in peace, and I wish his wife and the children well. God bless Jesse and team.
Thank you. I appreciate that, and I wish them well as well.
Alicia says, amazing BQ.
Thank you. It is. This BQ here, if you should do it, it's going to bring you home. Sweet home. Alabama. Thank you.
Mio is a cute dog. Asks, is this certain black director right for not hiring white actors?
Is this certain black?
There's a certain black director that Mio is a cute dog is referencing.
Oh.
And is this person right not hiring white actors? Purportedly.
Well, I don't know about the situation at all. I have no idea whom you're talking about. But if they don't want to hire him, they don't have to. And then it's neither right nor wrong. Whatever they want to do with their own stuff. You know what I mean? Thank you, though. Amazing.
David, do you believe the great white hope is perfect?
Do you believe in life after love? I don't know, but I sure don't think he isn't. But thank you.
Eugene, 5 coffees. If a person is physically possessed, could you cast this demon out?
If they wanted it out, yes. Absolutely.
Cesar Caesar, 3 coffees, whispers. That man, that young man. Why did that lady keep whispering all dramatically and then people go ahead and call it powerful? What the?
I can't believe that anyone thought that talk that woman gave was a powerful talk. But I understand people are emotional, and they felt emotional, and so they think that that's power. What amazing.
Yet another 10 coffees. Generous from Eric. Charlie Kirk's assassin, blinded by anger.
Yeah.
People that can see the hell of the imagination know emotions take possession of the mind and body. Erika Kirk was too performative and emotional to understand truly why we forgive them, for they know not what they do. He says, when the blind offer conflict, offer them sight. They're not the enemy, they're blind.
Yeah. Amazing. Thank you. I got to stop there. Hey,
we'll read the rest later, guys.
Amazing. Thank you all. Let me go to Adrian out of Panama. Adrian, you're on the air.
Hey, Jesse.
Hey, Adrian.
How you doing? I called in a couple times last week. I found out about you about 3 weeks ago. And everything you said made perfect sense. The only thing that was new to me was the point of, actually going and physically forgiving my mother and father. So I did that last week with my mother. I did it with my father a couple days later. He's dead now. But I took a moment and just sort of spoke it aloud as though he were with me. And then I remembered I had an estranged stepfather. And I wasn't really sure about him because I thought, well, he's not, he was my dad for all intents and purposes, but he's not my dad. So I kind of stalled on that for a little bit, but I thought, you know what? What's the harm? I'll go and do it anyway. So, that was the first time I spoke to him in maybe about 3 years. And similar with my mother, it was about the first time I talked to her in 2 years. And so within this past week, it's been some pretty major transformations. I was able to quit smoking. I started the silent prayer. And everything's just been opening up. The smoking was suppressing, all my thoughts, all my anger. So, now I'm at least more aware of what's happening and I can deal with it. And, I've done things like this before in the past, but the one thing I was never able to do is to stick with it. That's the thing I hear you always say to people, just stick with it, And that's what forgiving my mother showed me. It showed me that, if I can forgive her once, I can do it for the rest of my life. And if I can forgive her, I can forgive anybody, And that's been crucial for me because I've got a little girl now. She's 3 years old. And her mother did a very similar thing to me that my mother did to my father and my stepfather, except much more extreme. She tried to destroy me in every possible way. She did this whole premeditated thing where she falsely accused me of domestic violence and being a pedophile and basically abusing my own daughter. And so yeah, I've been going through it the past 2.5 years. I'm actually still going through court stuff. I'm suing her for perjury right now. Anyways, with that little bit of context, I'm basically a weekend dad now with my daughter. She's 3 years old. And being a single dad with a toddler is like, very challenging. When she was younger, when she was 2, it was like really, really difficult because, just simple things like sleeping with a baby. She was breastfeeding at the time, so that was something I was not able to give her, was breast milk. And so I know this is a general question, but this is why I gave you a bit of context. What would be your advice to a single dad? Because with everything that's going on legally with my ex, there is a chance that if she's convicted of perjury that I could get full custody of my child. And, that's essentially what I'm trying to prepare for.
Well, I highly recommend you practice staying present, stay out of your head, and that woman that has done this to you, don't be angry at her. Don't let her back in your life and all that, but don't be angry, and you stay present. And I promise you, the light will guide you in all things, and you will deal with your daughter perfectly. You will deal with her moment by moment in the right way. So, but you got to stay present so you can see how to do that.
Right.
And don't think about if this happened or that happened and this happened. Don't do the ifs. You just stay present and live in the present, and life will work for you.
Right. Makes sense. What is with regards to staying present, being aware of your thoughts, what is your perspective on using breath, physical breath, to support you within that?
Breath? What do you mean by that?
Breath. Breathing.
What's your question about that?
Do you have, with regard, because you said, stay out of the mind, stay out of your thoughts, do you have any perspective on using breath to assist and support yourself to stay out of thought?
No, you should, of course, relax and let yourself breathe and stay calm, right? But the light is going to work for you, not the breath. The light will work for you. The light that allows you to see the thoughts will also destroy the thoughts because they're spirits. They're evil spirits that made a home in your mind and emotions, and the light will kill that. But you should relax and breathe and all that kind of stuff, but the breath can't save you from anything.
Right. Makes sense. Do you call it Female Monday because everybody hates Mondays?
I call it Female Monday because at the time I didn't have a day for the females, and on Monday we didn't have any other thing going on, so we decided to do Female Monday.
Okay. And what's the whole thing? You know, my first and only child is a girl. What's the whole thing about? This is the only thing you've ever said that made me go, what the? Which is having a female first is beta. What about having a female first is beta?
Everything. Real men make boys first, buddy.
Right.
And beta males make girls.
Right, but the world needs both, right?
Yeah, they need both, but real men make boys first, and then the girls come second.
Okay, so does that mean I need to have more babies, or am I just doomed now that I had a female first?
Well, now that you had made a female first, you can't go back and make a boy first. You got to deal with
that's what I mean. Am I just doomed to be a beta? I mean, what does that mean?
Well, you accept that you are a beta, then you become an alpha male.
Yeah, absolutely. And I lived in the false image of being an alpha male. You know, I became, athletic and masculine looking and attractive to, and that's how I fooled myself for so many years. Right. I became so good at living the character of being a man that I realized that had absolutely nothing to do with being a man. Being a man.
Well, because of time, just staying present, and it will work for you. The light, which is of God, will cause you to become an alpha male. All right.
Amazing.
Call me again, but I gotta run.
Appreciate it.
Okay. Super chat. Super.
Kayla bought a coffee. Are all emotions anger?
Yes.
Nice. Greenwall with a diamond. Happy birthday, Grandpa D. Party birthday emojis.
Happy birthday, Grandpa.
Nice. Mio is a cute dog. I found that Punjabi cut holes in the back of their trucks for Punjabi families to let their waste out of while they illegally transport them. What a mess.
What? That's interesting. I had no idea what you're talking about.
I cleaned it up a little. The Peeps Republican, what do you think of Somalian takeover?
That's awful.
Yeah.
What a mess. Thank you.
Steven Santiago, stick with it, pie.
Thank you. Stay with it, stay with it, stay with it.
And we'll have to read the rest later, guys. Thank you all.
Thank you all so much. Mark from Indiana, Tom from New York, Martin, first time call out of California. I am so out of time. Bye. I hate coming up now. Thank you for your super chat and your support. Bye.
The views, information, thoughts, and opinions expressed during this show are the individual's own and do not represent the views, thoughts, and opinions of the JLP Network or Bond. Their appearance on the program does not imply an endorsement of them or any entity they represent. The material and information presented here is for general information purposes only. The JLP Network and Bond name and all forms and abbreviations are the property of its owner, and its use does not imply endorsement of or opposition to any specific organization, product, or service.
I just wanted to say that I've been listening to you for a few years now, and when you talk about the illusion of racism and how it's just a divisive tool that the media uses, and it's just good and evil.
Yes.
And that's what we got to focus on. It really has changed my life. My perspective is totally different now. I'm more calm. I'm more peaceful. You know, when you talk about forgiving your mother and then you go with that hate, and it just transforms you. So I just want to thank you for that and let you know that you really are doing God's work by waking people up with this message.
Amazing, Aaron. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Sure. I can hear the angels in heaven singing right now. They're rejoicing. That's amazing. Stay with the silent prayer. Speak up, don't resent, and doubt every thought. And Aaron, you have not seen anything.